Yes, okay.
Oh my God.
So yeah, I went to go do my do my spa, monthly spa. I gotta keep my feet done, gotta keep my facial, all that type of stuff. And you gotta drink a lot of water afterwards, right?
Right.
Everything else. So I went to this healthy food. So I'm like, okay, cool. I went to the restroom, like where I was at, I was 40 minutes away from home. I'm like, let me just get a couple sips more water. So somewhere like 10 minutes later, I'm in traffic and I gotta pee bad. And I'm like, oh shoot. Oh my gosh, what do I do? So I'm looking around like, okay, it's not that bad. We're gonna be moving. But I don't know. I feel like I got an old woman's bladder now instead of a young lady's bladder because like it was getting worse. And I said, oh my, this is what we're gonna do. I got a canister in my car, okay? And
No.
I'm literally like we stopped at the stoplight, and I'm like sitting up and I got one foot on the gas.
Oh
One foot on the gas, and
no.
I'm like, I'm letting it come out, and I'm like, okay. But you know what my cancer was? I think I need to get a bigger cancer because, like, as much pee as I had, it was almost, pulled over. But here's the good thing: I balanced it well, so the pee didn't hit my car. The pee had made it outside. Like once I had to dump it out, and I'm like, bro, I got more
Oh
pee.
my
Like
God.
it was. But so I got some wet wipes, and I was just like checking my hoo ha just to make sure it wasn't like pee. And I was like, why is my underwear wet? It wasn't because I'm like, ovulating. I don't know if I'm ovulating. I really don't, which might not be a good thing or a bad thing, or it could be a bad thing, especially if cream pie is life, and that means I would get pregnant every time I have sex. But that's why I haven't had sex yet. But anyway, back to the story. So I got some
Oh,
baby wipes back there in
gotta
the
have
corner
them.
somewhere, and I don't know, like my hoo ha's still wet. So could it be because of the baby wipes, or could it be because I might be aroused but I'm not?
Maybe
I don't
Oh,
know.
we
a
don't know the answer.
combination. Maybe
I
a
don't know the answer
combination
to
of two.
that.
Like I just touched myself. It's kind of
I don't.
the
Nah,
car's
not in
vibrating.
traffic. Not in traffic. You're
Well,
not
if you
thinking.
well,
You're
you
not thinking anything
well, you
about that in traffic.
vibrating and you touch yourself. The
Hmm.
car's got a little slight hum to it. You
It
never
got a hum.
know.
It
But
got
you
a
know
hum.
what? One thing I know is about men, like y'all get an erection anywhere. Like y'all can wake up in the morning and look at laundry, and then it just sticks out. I'm like,
If the laundry got a fat ass, if the laundry got an ass, I'm on it.
Especially if you go on weeks or days,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
get an erection just for looking at something you have no any other day you would look at like.
yeah. It could come at see, and I work in the service industry, so I'm in people's houses. So if it come at the wrong time, I'm fired.
She's like, you know what?
Yeah,
really?
I'm
So
fired.
is it ever like you ever have like that like that porno style type of like? Have you ever had that happen to Desperate Housewife?
Say he
Never,
wish.
never.
See,
I've had about an 80-year-old lady try to say something like that one time, and I was like, "Yeah, nah, I think I'm good. I think I'm
Was she? I
good. I
mean,
don't
but
need any."
like, was she attractive, or was she like, or you felt like she was attractive in her younger age, or you felt like she was never attractive?
Nah, she was trash. Yeah,
say
nah,
he
she
What,
was
what if she,
trash.
what if she would have gave you really great head though? Sometimes those be the ones. What if she could have been your sugar mama? You never know. You call her up again.
If she would have had that was like maybe 12 years ago, but
Oh,
she's long dead.
how do you for sure know that she's long dead?
I'll check.
That motherfucker, he went back and like, let me rethink my financial situation.
Give me one of them velveteen rubs. I'll be all right.
Listen,
Let me ask you guys something. Like celebrity, or have you came across any woman to date who is still fine, like over the age of 60? Like celebrity or any woman?
Angela Bassett.
Is she 60?
I think
I don't think she's
Well, I mean,
60.
without makeup though.
It would. I mean, if Angela Bassett is 60, it would
it'd
be Angela Bassett. Still,
Yeah.
You know who I know is finer than Angela?
Ooh.
Thelma or Shaka Khan. Thelma from Good Times or Shaka
Oh
Khan.
yeah, she
Yeah,
and she
Thelma's
damn
still
about
fine.
70.
Yeah, Thelma's still
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, Thelma's
And
still
Shaka Khan, yeah. Shaka Khan can never. She can never look bad to me though.
Shaka Khan 2 weeks and not getting none. Yeah, I'll knock it down. Listen,
What?
listen.
Y'all watch that versus, right?
I'm the
The,
worst
the
person.
Bone Thugs and
No. With Shaka
6.
Khan and Stephanie Mills. Like, I don't know what the hell Shaka was on that day, but I had to fast forward through her parts. The problem was I didn't know any of Stephanie. I knew one Stephanie Mills
One,
song, and I'm
yeah.
like, so I had to like sit there and like try to hum to the beat. But I'm like, bro, I'm off beat. But I'm saying, you should watch Shaka's like that versus like.
Yo,
I gotta check that out. I haven't yet.
I seen her
she
live
was on,
though.
She was on drugs, man. She was on drugs. She was on some type of drug. Cause I'm like, I thought you
Oh.
gave up coke in the 80s or something. You know, that's the thing. That was the thing to do. I'm like, I thought you were
No.
cold turkey.
No, you don't go cold turkey on cocaine.
when you 70, you go.
You never know.
Imagine that she cooking Thanksgiving dinner. And
She's like,
you know what I mean?
She's like, she walk around her house, she can't find a Red Bull. She's like, I still got a bag of Coke from the 80s.
That shit don't. Nah, it doesn't go like that.
Have y'all ever known somebody to actually like tell you, or have you walked in on someone? Because people don't tell me that they do cocaine, but people tell me that they sell drugs. So I'm like,
no.
What?
I had a dude that I work with did coke heavy. He told me every weekend he did coke. So one day we had a meeting at work.
Okay.
He comes high as fuck, just skeeting around. Next thing I know, I'm like, yo, bro, big ass, like white cocaine boogie in his nose, like sheetrock, like a piece of big ass sheetrock. I'm like, yo, bro, this motherfucker wipes it off. I'm gonna say that for later. I'm like, what?
Yeah, nah, he got a problem. He has a problem.
He ain't even say that for later. Put it in his pocket. I'm like,
a coke boogie,
bro, a coke boogie.
He said
and then sat all the way back in the class with just. He's like, yo,
so, was it crack or coke?
It was coke. Coke makes you get paranoid. Like I seen crackheads. I remember as a kid, one night being bad, we stayed outside till like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
So we seen all the crackheads around like 12 going to the house. These niggas was in and out the door, opening the blinds, looking out the door every 10 minutes. They didn't stop smoking crack because I ain't going to the house till like 7 in the morning. 7 in the morning, they came out that bitch like The Walking Dead. But they was in and out.
Because it was already burnt. It was burnt out.
They done ran out of money, smoked all they crack.
That's
crazy. Like, you know what? Time to go home.
That's insane.
I never, when I went to, so I got relatives. I don't call them family because there's a difference between relatives and family. You know,
Absolutely.
you learn that when life happens, right?
You're broke.
Right.
So I got relatives in Chicago, and I'm ratchet. Even though I'm born and raised out here in Atlanta, like I still, like to go to the hood, and everything else. I'm like one day when I go to Memphis, I'm like, I wonder where Young Dolph's grandma is. Rest in peace. I'm like, let me go to her house.
Just go into Young Dolph's house? Young Dolph's grandma's house?
Not to his house, just go by his grandma's house. Just drive by. I'm like, oh, there's Young Dolph's grandma's house. That's the type of person I am. I'm a little ratchet. So
only females can get off going into random hoods. It's like y'all are okay. A nigga goes into random hood.
You might be right.
Hey, Rob.
You might be right about that.
Yeah, it's like
what he doing
automatically here? Like, what you doing here, my dude? Like nothing. You just
sightseeing. I want to see Young Dolph's grandma's house.
Nah, that shit will not end right.
That is true. Same thing like women. Like we can. It doesn't look like it's a creepy. We're like filming random women's butts, but like y'all cannot do that at all. Like we can sit here and touch random women's body parts, but y'all dare not. Me Too will be after you.
Oh, yeah.
That's called rape.
You get arrested immediately. Yeah, nah.
But y'all do that to men. I had a girl one time at walking the boardwalk, just randomly come up and grab my penis. It was awkward, and I told her to come. Like I was like, come back.
Well,
I mean,
it can't go that way for us.
Nah,
we can't. I don't think I have the urge to do that though. Okay. Okay, I don't think I have the urge to do that. Just walk up and just start grabbing people's titties and shit for no reason.
I think because you have home training. Let me ask you: would you say that came from your father or who was the person who taught you about women and taught you how to respect women? Who was y'all's like father figure in y'all's life, or was it trial and error?
Well, that was my mom that told me that.
Now my mom, my grandmother, my grandfather. I mean, my dad was there, but my dad introduction to women with me was like I was like 5 years old. Nigga threw me a magazine. Read this. I open it up, and the first thing I see is vagina.
Damn. In the 70s, the vagina was probably like,
man, listen, I just knew something was happening that wasn't right with my body. I'm like, yo, what is going on? Why do I feel so warm? And I'm like, what the fuck is?
And you say you were 7 years old?
I was like 7, man. My mom was so pissed. My mom came in the hall.
I'm sorry to hear that.
My mom came in the hallway screaming, like, what the fuck would you make? I'm like, listen.
Man. So what did your father? What was his reason? If you don't remember, like Cliff Notes of what he said was the reason why he did that.
I asked him about it later. I was like, I just wanted to make sure my son's straight. You know what I'm saying?
What?
You gotta understand. This is
that wasn't going to do it.
I'm just saying that's you gotta understand. Back then it wasn't a lot of censorship. old head said whatever, however they felt, they just said it, and it was like anybody around them would have to deal with it. You didn't have to like.
It wasn't that old though.
See yourself on social media, but you didn't have social media. Like you say something now, you say some derogatory comment like the F word or something like that, of describing a gay person. You and your job will be found out, and you will be on social media talking about fire you. You will get canceled.
Yeah, but we wasn't saying that type. You know what I mean? Like grandmoms and grandpops would say some shit like that. Though
my grandma would call. Excuse my French. Don't take this wrong. Gay community, I have nothing against y'all. But my grandma would say bull dagger. I'm like, the fuck is that, grandma?
The fuck is a bull dagger?
You know what a bull dagger is.
Yeah, so I actually had called this girl. That's basically the homophobic in quotation marks. I'm a comedian. I get canceled every month, so I don't give a damn. So
that was one of our questions.
It's a homophobic slur against gay women. But like, cause I'm gonna tell you what happened. I was at work and there were these two girls who had the same first name, and I said something about. I said no, that bull dagger Jackson. They said this guy who actually is gay. He's one of these guys who like he's older than me. Like he's in his 30s. I'm still in my mid 20s, right? And I'm like, sir, listen, why can't you just come out the closet? We know what you are. I felt the vibes. Okay, I can kind of tell certain things you were doing, your mannerism, right? But he's still in the closet. He's in denial, I guess. But anyway, he said, don't say that. Don't say that word. That's very offensive. I said, how is bull dagger offensive? I said, I thought the word dyke was. Dyke
That's
to
what
me,
I thought.
dyke sounds worse than bull dagger.
Yeah.
But apparently they like to be called that.
Because I think bull dagger was like a older, again, don't
the fuck
I know I'm always gonna get canceled, but listen, that was just an old term. It was like a term for dyke, like instead of saying a bull dyke, a bull dagger.
I don't know. Dyke sounds way worse to me. I don't use that.
We're not bashing the gay community because
you gotta put up the disclaimer.
You have to now.
I don't think we could survive a canceling.
So like how do you navigate the waters with this whole cancel culture and comedy thing?
Yeah.
Like it was you know what I mean? Because comedy back in the day was raw. I mean, it was just say however you felt and it went.
Right.
So I'm gonna tell you the first time I got canceled. I'll give you guys different times where I've been canceled that I know of. Okay. First time I made this joke on Facebook, and I said dating a skinny girl is all fun and games until you hit 90 on the freeway and she flies out the window like a paper napkin.
Right.
So everybody's putting laughing emojis except this one skinny girl, and this girl I went to church with, and she was like, "This is not funny. You need to take this down." And everybody's laughing like at her, and I said, I said
at her.
I said something because she's skinny. And I said something to her. I said, okay, well, something. The jokes are on you, so apparently it must be funny. Oh, that set her off. She said some more stuff. She said, you know what? You're blocked. If you're gonna block someone, just block them. Don't put you're blocked.
Announced, just to let you know.
Just to let you know, you're blocked.
You're blocked. Okay.
So her husband jumps on my page and tries to like take up for her, and then he jumps in my DM and he says, I can't believe you allowed this joke to come between you all. You guys were childhood friends, and now you doing this. I said, sir, your wife is mentally ill. Now we all have mental illness within us. We all do. Okay. Right. There's nobody out there who's just like happy-go-lucky all the time. Okay. Like there's no one. We all have some level of mental illness. My level of mental illness, I got 2 levels. Okay. I think I feel like there's more, but those are only 2 I can recognize right now. The 2 levels for me, level A is I got to stop wanting people to die when I get angry.
What?
Oh, they have to die?
You didn't have to do that. That's why you get off with you. Sometimes I wish I had the powers that God had in the Old Testament, and sometimes I feel like now, but God was more ruthless in the Old Testament. I just want to be smiting people because I'm like, bro, you ran me off. You cut me out.
Smiting everybody.
Like you don't use your turn signal in traffic. Smite. Like I mean that way you decrease. That's how you decrease the population right there. You ain't got to put COVID out. But, sorry,
damn.
I spoke too soon. I can't say that. Oh, COVID.
Oh, we cannot. Yeah, we already.
My grandmother died. Your grandma was 102. Okay, and she was a mean woman who kept throwing rocks at kids. It's time for her to go. My aunt, your aunt was the hussy of the street of the neighborhood. Okay, she sleeps with everybody's man. let her go.
So she gotta go.
She gotta go too. You don't do that. I'm telling you, man. Like men in my DMs will be trying to holler at me, and they're broke, and they got erectile dysfunction, and their hairline going back further than the Buston and Jackson family. Oh, and they're involved, and they got bad body odor, smite. Yeah, like I said,
who are these men?
And they're ugly.
they're listen. As older dudes get bolder as they get older in females' inboxes. They come either flashing money.
They don't even flash money.
I was gonna say
I'm not good enough.
Keys.
I'm not good enough for
in
nothing.
the DM.
I'm not good enough for none of that.
You say you're not what?
I'm not good enough for none of that. Apparently, I'm only good for them to say, just come over, and I'm like, you ain't gonna give me no gas money. Well, no, I'll give you the gas money when you show up. Sorry, I'm not showing up because if I have no gas in my car, how am I supposed to get there?
Damn, not even an Uber, not even none of that.
Niggas
I don't know how to.
Them niggas still sending taxis.
I don't even think taxis exist at this point.
They have a horse.
They
have a horse that they go and send over there. Wait, thank God cars were invented. Imagine having to wake your horse up to go get some sex in the middle of the night.
Like, I can do it. I can figure that out. I'll figure that shit out. That horse gonna wake his ass right on up. Come on, we out.
Hey, Blue, wake up, Blue.
Yeah.
Blue be looking at you like, for real.
That nigga Carrot, he know what it is. Make sure you got a girl horse over there for him.
That's the third time we went over this chick house. You ain't get no puns, son. You ain't get no pussy. You going over there again? That's how your horse looking at you.
No, I think at least back in the day, they knew like, all right, I'm not gonna get my horse up and get him ready if I'm not coming over there to get nothing.
That's a long.
But how would you actually know for a fact you gonna get some? Because women, you know what I don't like about women? Women will sit here and play games, man. Like they are freaking annoying. Like how do you for sure know?
There's no guarantees. There's
exactly.
None. It's like
it depends. It depends.
My dick got like a 3-strike rule. Like third time that motherfucker get hard, you try to get some pussy, give me some pussy after the 4th try. I was like, yeah, we're going home.
Oh no, yeah, I quit after the 3rd time. I'm saying that if you talking to a chick or you jump into their DM and you set up something to go over there at 11 o'clock at night, going over her crib. I don't think I'm going over there to eat dinner at 11 o'clock at night. I think I'm going there to have sex.
Can I raise my hand? So let me tell you what has happened. What has happened with me, right? Let me tell you a couple more cancel jokes I've had. I had said I said we're like real quick because I know the audience gonna be like, what is she? So I said transgender women aren't women. Let's call them X-Men.
Oh shit!
Wow.
All right, I'm gonna leave you with that one. I can't give you that one.
So let me tell you what happened. So I posted that. So typically,
shit.
I tell people, like I always like to tell anybody anytime I go on a podcast, I always like speak emphatically about my relationship with God. Like I always say, I start my day off with God in the morning and I listen to Trick Daddy right afterwards. It's a healthy balance, okay?
Yeah.
And so I used to take Sabbaths, and I think like in the olden days you would take it on a Saturday, but like someone said you don't have to take it on that Saturday, just take it one day out the week. But my brother, who's a Hebrew Israelite, quotation marks, I'm like, bro, you a Hebrew Israelite, but you smoke a pound of weed every day. I don't know, like they weren't doing that back in the day. But anyway, back to the story. Back to the story. And you sit here still cursing folks out. Like I said, the weed ain't helping you, huh? Back to the story. Smite him too. So with that being said, I remember I was like taking this Sabbath, and this is probably the fourth week I was taking it, and I just heard God say, check your messenger, check your Facebook. And I'm like, huh? He's like, check it. So God, like, he has me on do not disturb most of the time. So he opened up the message and said, check your messenger. So I checked it. I had a slew of hate messages on my profile. People were bullying me. They were like, they are women. And then people were standing up for me. I'm not going to argue back and forth with you. I'm like, what bathroom y'all want me to meet you at? People were upset about this joke, right? And I got to the point, I almost deleted the message. And because people were like, you need to take this down. But I said, no. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to see how this plays out.
Okay.
Right? They were arguing on my status for 2 weeks about
that means it was a good status.
That means
that means it was a good status.
That means you hit what was that? What would they call that?
What
do they call that in social media world when you fucking
viral?
viral. You went viral.
You went viral.
I did. People, I'm telling you, I was to talk. People, I didn't think were, and I'm tying this into the story I'm about to say about this guy that ties everything into it. So I literally had people. Because I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not arguing with you on online. Okay, we can meet up about it, whatever else may be. You know, unless you're a man and you call me a female dog. Oh, I asked the roast gods to help me, and I flame them until I'm like this. I take a nap, I wake up, That's
chose
what
violence.
I do. I choose violence until they get tired or what, and then I start mocking them and I send them penis pictures and let them know this is what you are. That's what I do, honey. I go in, okay. But other than that, if you arguing on my status, I'm not saying that. It's a status. I'm gonna let people stick up for me, right?
Okay.
I started saying more jokes. I said that ain't no point in having a gender reveal if you're gonna allow your children to choose what they want to be anyway.
Wow. I know they ain't like that one.
Wow.
I know they ain't like that one.
I posted this post. It said, I'm a transgender man looking for a good woman. And someone underneath there said, look within. And so I posted that. Do y'all remember that meme where it had that white lady yelling at that cat?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It said
the famous meme ever.
It said, I don't even know, like I always wonder like how these memes come to existence. So it said
Crack.
You gotta have
cocaine.
It said that's that transgender are women, and the cat said that's a nigga. So I was posted all of this shit. My generation had Wonder Woman. Your generation's wondering if that's a woman.
Damn. All right.
You are gonna have when you
gonna be so
do you do shows, they're gonna be outside of your show protesting. You got
my god,
good bad publicity.
But in Atlanta, ain't it like a lot of ain't that like the
thing.
Respectfully the gay capital?
I guess it is.
That's what they told me.
But it's like, but you know what? Like I said, when it came,
used to be California, right?
I thought it was like San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Okay,
it was San Francisco, but I think the black gay capital is Atlanta.
Okay, the black gay capital. Okay,
yeah, there's a lot of black.
Yeah, over in Midtown, they got a rainbow flag that's just painting down on the ground, and then someone had posted said that now all the niggas gotta say no homo when they like cross over.
Shit.
Damn.
Shit. Yeah, I don't know. Where is this? Where are they posting these things?
Well, no, he's an Instagram comedian. Like fun fact, I messed around with him, and it was like that whole experience was horrible. But with that being said, I'm gonna type his name in the chat so you can go find him. But with that being,
please.
But with that, I'm spelling R. But with that being said, it's like to me, it should not be an issue. It should not just send to y'all. It should not be an issue about that. Go look him up on Instagram.
Chat.
But it should. He has probably like I think 18K following maybe, but it should not. But he's still upset. Let me tell you a quick story about him real quick, okay? Now I'm gonna get to the guy at like when I said I went to his house at like 8:00 at night. What happened with this guy, with this comedian? We had started following each other on social media. He was the type of guy who literally would quit his job. Like he would be the type of person, one of those adults who have like 20 jobs in 1 year. Like, why do they always have no issue finding a job? But a person like me who stays on a job for 5 years, I can't find a job for no reason. What the heck is that about?
Standards?
No, it's not standards. It's just them niggas got impeccable luck. It's like them. It's like
is that what y'all attribute
Jesus
that to?
Is like, you know what? Hopefully my child was, Jesus is like your parent. So like, hopefully I get this motherfucker this job. He get his shit together. So Jesus is always looking out like, get this nigga this job. It's gonna work out for him this time. God, trust me.
And it don't work out.
And it don't work out. And God looking at it like, I told you. Stop wasting your time on this nigga.
You might be right.
Story.
You might be right.
just how Jesus looked out for his children. You would do it if you were the dad.
I mean,
you guys want to hear a church joke? You want to hear a church joke?
Go ahead. You already got the gay community.
Yeah, I know.
I'm about to hear every group I can. The head deacon uses a church van for an Uber.
Is that true?
I mean, do you see water in the back of the van? It's the reason why.
Wait,
it'd be band equipment back there. It'd be
the church van?
Yes.
For an Uber.
What's wrong? All right. So maybe I don't. What would be wrong with that?
Nigga, if that's the pass, you
I'm
imagine you call
serious.
the Uber to go to the strip club and have your pastor sit out there wait.
Why the strip
No,
club?
no. I'm just saying, you go to the strip club, it's 10 of y'all, and you call an Uber van for 10 people.
Yeah.
Then your pastor pull up, and
But
but you looking at your pastor, knowing the destination he's taking you, and you be in the front pew every Sunday.
And he could preach to
sitting
you
there.
on the way there to try
No, he's gonna preach to you on Sunday. Some of you heathens will be looking right at you,
to.
like the flesh of young tender women, as
Well.
their breasts is glistening with the nipples so hard. And
Wait, hold on. I got a question. What got you into comedy to begin with?
People have told me like since I was J-High that I was funny, including children. You know, it's 3 things that don't lie. It's children, a drunk man, and leggings.
Oh shit!
You're right.
I like
there's
that.
There's a lot of chicks out here walking around. You know them.
I like that.
You know them new leggings they got with the little square boxes and checkers in it.
I'm familiar.
And they think chicks think they ass look fat.
Well, to give them credit,
some do.
they do.
Some of them walking around like fucking egg waffles. You ever seen egg waffles?
Flat just like it.
Flat just like
Let go my egos.
Exactly.
I've never seen it, but it's okay. So children, children, a drunk man
and
and
leggings.
leggings.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm drunk right now.
So I had and then so I started in 2016 via Snapchat, and I was like, "Hey, welcome back to the Kyndra Crump Show," which is also the title of my podcast, which you guys are more than welcome to come on. You know,
Absolutely.
we'll get. I'll
Thank you.
get you guys scheduled after just finish this recording and everything. But
Nice.
I had posted my videos late 2017, early 2018 on IG because I realized you can go more viral on IG. And then one day
Right.
God told me to go on people's podcasts, and he told me exactly like what to say and start a message. And how I came across you was God said go on no. It was a person who had a Facebook podcasting page who sent me an invitation because I jumped on his podcast, and then like God said, type this person in, type this podcast, and that's how I came across you. But I've been doing podcasts since October, jumping on people's podcasts since October 2020, and I have been on like at least 800 podcasts at this point.
Wow.
Damn, grind.
You grinding
Grind.
hard.
But can I tell y'all something? I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I go back to school next month because I just, as y'all can see, my diploma right there that came from Clark Atlanta University.
All right.
That was in May, and I am going back to. I'm gonna be at Georgia State to get my on the road to get my PhD in child psychology. The reason I chose child psychology is because a lot of our adults are just children who have not grown up yet, and there's a lot of crappy adults out there in the world, and a lot of our trauma stems from childhood.
Yes.
And so I want to be able to at least help. You're not going to help everybody. You're not going to save everybody, but at least help a couple of people who can be, better people in the world. So I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I'm kind of burnt out on podcasts. So I'm glad this is a fun podcast. Like over the weekend, I'm thinking like, bro, I really do not want to send no more DMs and emails to podcasts. I am like burnt out. Like, and it's like that itis, like, cause I know I'm going back to school next month. So I'm just really like thinking to myself, I'm like, I hope ain't nobody gonna contact me in a couple months. Like, do you want to come on my podcast? I'm in school.
They will.
I'll catch you.
Oh,
I mean, I know they will, but I'm like, guys, I'm only available on the weekend, if that,
Right. Yeah.
Hey,
Well, school comes first.
School, yeah.
No, it does, like podcasting. So, and that's the thing. I like when it came with podcasting, I started doing this because I'm like, let me try to get my name out there. Let me come across somebody who knows somebody, whatever else it may be. But it's like when you're going after, one thing I learned about when it comes to going after your dreams, you're going to have seasons in your life where you're doing really good or really bad.
Right.
And when you're in that season when you're doing really bad, it makes you say, okay, like, when's my breakthrough going to happen? And right. I know at some point it will happen, but at the same time, it's like, I want it now, now.
Everybody.
Well, I mean, you say you're a very religious person. God don't give, when God finally blesses you, he knows that you're ready. You know what I mean? He knows you're ready to accept what he's about to give to you. He ain't going to give you something that you ain't ready for. You know what I mean? It just
when you thought we weren't a serious podcast.
How do you know? No.
How do I know? How do
You're
I know?
fine,
I'm
you're
gonna tell you. How do I know? All right. How do
I'm
I?
kidding. I'm kidding.
Nah. Listen. I remember having a very rough patch in my life when I kept asking God why, and I just stopped asking that, and I started getting myself together personally without asking God for His help, just doing it on my own. Soon as I got all my ducks in a row, God started hitting me with blessings, and every time He hit me with a blessing, I was prepared to accept them.
Right.
I was prepared to move that to the next, and move it further. He gave me that earlier. I'd have fell flat on my face, and what he had in store for me would have just went to waste.
Timing is everything.
Timing is everything. That's how I personally look at it. Me personally, I can't speak for everybody else.
No, you're right. Timing is everything. But I think I'm at the mental maturity where I'm like, okay, I want to be in a different home. Like I live in a Section 8 neighborhood, so if y'all hear some gunshots, they're just cheering me on as I'm doing this podcast.
There you go, celebration.
But I was the area that I was in, Sandy Springs today, which is a nice area. Like they got what state are you guys in?
Jersey. We in the worst state there.
South Jersey. What?
Nigga, we are voted number 1 as the worst fucking state to live in.
Tax wise.
No, nigga, worst state, period.
Nah, bro, I think it's Texas.
Bro,
I think Jersey is.
Period,
why?
Bro.
But here's my thing: if it's 10 degrees outside, why folks still trying to rob you? It's 10 degrees,
bro.
Because you got a coat and they need it. What you mean?
You don't have to think about this shit. In
Jersey,
Jersey,
they got good weather down in Atlanta. You
can literally drive, let's say, 5 miles from here in any direction and bump into a fiend. Or bump into a robbery. Tell me I'm lying. Bump into a robbery, maybe about to go down.
Dog, I think it's.
So what's the police doing? What's the governor? What's the mayor?
I'll tell you how it happened. In the good town, the nice towns in Jersey, the police set a barricade up. So when a nigga drives through there, they pull you over and say, "Hey, nigga, you don't belong here."
That's true.
Turn your ass.
No, that is absolutely true.
Turn your ass back around and get up out of here.
It's like that in Atlanta.
No.
In the bad neighborhoods, the cops is like, "Listen, we will come investigate after you're dead."
Oh shit.
Tell me I'm lying.
I mean, I think here's the thing, and that's in every hood. You got to realize, like they're gonna show up later because they're like, let them shoot it out with each other and stuff like that. But it's gentrifying. It's getting gentrified. So like over in the hoods that you guys may have heard of in Atlanta, you see white folks there riding their bikes and everything else, and all that type of stuff,
like
so
Buckhead
and most of New Jersey.
No, Buckhead. You must be.
That's all I know.
That's all we know.
But Buckhead. No, so Buckhead used to be a good area, but they started like killing folks in the mall and in the parking lot. Like it's Bankhead. Bankhead is what T.I. claims, but T.I. is not from there. He's from Riverdale, which at the time Riverdale when he was growing up was a white area. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth, okay? You're not gonna hear this. You're not gonna hear this from nobody else. You got to go to the streets with the information, right? Like I found out that Keisha Cole. Did she date I think she had dated
Jeezy.
No, something, I kept trying to figure out why Keisha Cole, like how somehow she knew Tupac, right? Her brother.
She knew Tupac.
Yeah. She she was on she knew Tupac.
Tupac was fucking everybody.
No. Well,
Keisha Cole is
that's what I was gonna say.
Allegedly.
The reason that Keisha knows Tupac is because her brother was a known drug dealer, in Oakland around that time, right?
Oh wow. Okay.
And of course, the streets, the rappers go to the streets, all that type of stuff. Tupac eventually met her, and he said, one day I'm gonna get you on the track. There was a song that she did, Love's Pain, I think, or some type of it came out years ago where she had Tupac on the record.
I remember that record.
Which I be like wondering, like, bro, how y'all be getting these people on the record after they died?
After they died.
That was crazy. I heard he had Jada Pinkett in the studio, fucking like.
See, here you go. He likes to throw smut on Will Smith's name. I don't know what
I
it
don't
is
throw
about this
smut.
dude.
You know what?
man.
Me and Will Smith are some strong people. I'll tell you that. Back to the story. So,
You gotta expound.
So no, what like I said, that's and Keisha Cole was a actual thought though. She was sleeping with a lot of different people. And
Really?
my psychology, yeah, she was. My psychology mind kept thinking to myself was like, was your daddy not in your life? Because that's the first thing I think of
Yo,
whenever.
That's correct. Her dad was
that
not in her
is-
life.
that is
You're correct.
That is correct. We pray as men.
Well,
we pray on that. Well,
Oh, I
do.
just know too much about Keisha Cole, so I know that her
pray
dad
on
wasn't in
that
her
shit.
life.
Like, your
Well,
daddy
no, I mean,
wasn't-
but I'm saying just when I see a
You do.
woman, when I see a woman with an older man, like a way older man, or a man with a way older woman, in my mind, I'm like they have like lack of fatherhood or motherhood, like in their upbringing. That's the thing I think about because I'm like, or if I see a girl who's on the pole, you know, she has lack of fatherhood, and I was gonna be that girl on the pole, but then I realized I got 2 left feet. I was gonna be the first stripper in history bringing home pocket change. You would have thought I was working for a nonprofit organization.
Don't feel bad because this nigga threw change on the. No, who threw change?
That was not me. That
Who
is
was-
disrespectful.
Where did we do that at?
We never threw change at a stripper.
No.
What we did was throw change. You threw change at in the movie theater.
Why
Nah,
would you
my
do that?
cousin threw change at a chick because she didn't say hi. She didn't talk to me.
He threw change in the movie theater because people were talking, and he said, "I can't go up there and beat him up, so I'm gonna just throw change at him."
Were
Am I
you at the
wrong? Am I
hood
right?
in the hood movie theater?
Nah,
At the time, yeah.
Yeah.
So what you upset for? You know where you was at?
Yo, I'm trying to enjoy.
I don't like this shit.
I'm trying to enjoy
I don't
my
like
movie.
Nobody
talking
likes
to
it,
movie
but you know what? There was a movie theater out here where it was a hood where my brother, the same one who I was talking about once, you know, I said smite off. He was talking about how they was in the movie theater smoking weed and stuff like that, and people up there having sex and everything else. I want y'all to say hello to my cat, Tony. You
What's
see
your cat? What's your cat name?
He's taking a bath right now. Her name's Tony.
Oh, it's her. Oh, okay. All right. What's
Hi,
up, Tony?
Either
Tony?
Tony's over there taking a bath or enjoying herself.
Yeah,
Maybe
You know, I
both.
think let me tell you how
Maybe
cool.
both.
Let me say, I think it's so. I don't even have pants on, but it's okay. So I think it's cool,
Dogs
like
masturbate.
lifting your leg all the way up, and she could just lick that. I'm like, bro, I wouldn't need a man for nothing, man. That's bull crap.
Dogs who do the same thing. My dog be doing that shit. I'm like, all right, bro.
Like lift the leg all the way up.
Like, you know
All
what?
right, go ahead, do your thing.
You're not gonna let me outside to see the next door neighbor dog. I'll handle it myself.
I mean, well, never mind.
Do y'all like cats? Or y'all don't care for cats.
Nah, I'm not a cat person.
He's a cat
Cats are-
person.
No, I'm not. Cats are fucking the
I'm a dog person.
evil creation of the devil.
You're probably dealing with. Here's the thing, female, because she's a female. Female cats are worse than male cats. They're more aggressive, angrier. So you're dealing with female cats, is what you're dealing with, or have
Yeah.
dealt with.
I had
Deal
a cat.
Deal with a
Yo.
male cat.
Nah, I had a cat one time. I owned a cat. That motherfucker crawled on the couch. I'm chilling, watching TV, not thinking nothing. This motherfucker jumped, claws out with no shirt on. If I could have grabbed that cat by the tail, I would have Tom and Jerry the shit out of that cat.
Oh no, he'd have fucked you up though.
No, nigga.
No, he would have fucked you up.
Nigga.
You say you had no shirt on, or he had
I
no shirt on?
had yo.
Oh.
I
The
had no
the
shirt
cat
on.
had-
I was like, when
the
you
cat
start
had no
dressing up
shirt
your
on.
The
cat?
cat, I had no shirt on. This cat jumped like this on my back, stuck all his claws in me. Yeah, you can't be the cat because
You
you
can't
can't
be the
grab a
cat.
cat. If I would have grabbed that cat, I would have Goku'd that cat.
But you
So how'd you? So are there still scratches on your back right now?
Probably so.
ain't no damn scratches on your back. with No fucking
You can
cat.
probably see the
30
10
years
You
ago.
can see the 10 marks where the cat left his
So
imprint
what?
at.
So what exactly? So did you throw the cat out? I want to know the resolution. What happened?
Oh,
with
what
it?
happened with the cat? I told my kids if this cat
Oh,
ever
you were
walk,
grown.
I said if this cat ever walks out the front of my door, it is not allowed in my house. The cat wound up opening the door one day. The cat bolted out my crib. I had wild turkeys living in my backyard.
Oh
Them niggas ate that cat.
no, he fucking didn't for real.
Yo, they ripped that nigga apart. They ate the cat.
Now I'm more scared of wild fucking turkeys.
Yo, what, hungry wild turkeys?
Speaking of wild turkey, somebody gave me wild turkey for Thanksgiving. Is that a
What?
good liquor?
Huh? Oh,
It's whiskey.
hey, you could drink that.
Yeah. I don't know. They gave me that for Thanksgiving. I didn't know what to make of it, but
His
it's in
name
my
was-
house.
Let me guess. His name was John or Brad.
No, it was a black dude. It was a black dude. No, I walked in this.
John or Brad.
I walked in this nigga
Like,
crib.
how many black dudes you know walk around? Nah, you know what?
Nah, bro.
Wild turkey.
He had a whole fucking rack of liquor.
Oh, He got that. He got
whole
that.
joint.
He got that wild turkey from Brad and then gave it to you.
It was like a whole shelf of wild turkey, though. He had wild turkey, and he said he had like some Barack Obama whiskey or some shit. And I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. I'm like, all right, dog. Show me what I'm fixing so I can get the fuck out your crib.
I understand we had a black president. Where do you get Barack Obama whiskey?
I'm still laughing at the fact that you was just minding your own business and you was on the couch and
cats are evil.
So let me tell you what happened. I don't know, if y'all can see a couple of the scratches.
Wait, let me see.
A dog would never do that.
It's kind of fading out a little bit, just a little bit. It's like right here. Well, anyway,
how could you?
Let me tell you what happened. One day, like, because I play with Tony a lot. In my mind, I'm thinking if she doesn't have enough affection, she's gonna just either attack me or just die of loneliness, right?
Oh,
so because I'm a good pet owner, right? I'm a good pet owner. She's 24 years old. So
wait, hold. 24 and cat year? Wait, there is no cat years, right? She's not a 24-year-old cat. She ain't been alive for 24 years.
How do you know?
Cats don't live in no damn 24.
Yes, they do. I came across a cat on YouTube that was 35 years old. That thing looked 35.
Wow.
They look at
her fucking cat. Your cat is damn near. Her cat is damn near into a pension and retirement.
No, the cat is fucking.
No, she's 24 years old in human years, but no, she's 3 years old. So it's 8 times. You gotta multiply it by 8. So she's 3 years old. So 8 times 3 is 24.
Okay, so we the
same age.
Okay.
Okay,
we the same age. So her frontal lobe ain't developed yet, apparently, because I don't know, like that's why she probably flies at me. But no, what happened was one day she just randomly came to my. This is when I have a bed frame now. Oh, here's a joke for y'all. If you're tired of me asking you which way I'm laying my head, get a headboard. Okay, if you don't want me to ask you which way am I laying my head, get a headboard.
Niggas don't get a headboard till we about I say dudes don't get a headboard.
Nigga, I've been at a headboard.
Listen, niggas get a headboard to say they fucking in the bedroom. Like, yeah, I don't want to hear my headboard hit that one. Say I'm lying.
I don't know.
Tell me I'm lying though. You didn't get a headboard to say you was hitting that right?
No.
Goddamn lie.
No, I'm a weirdo.
Niggas lie. Go ahead, tell your story.
So what happened was one day, and she wants to come in. So you see her, she's looking. There she is.
She hear you calling her.
Like, you're talking about me.
She's licking herself.
And look, I got a little picture right there of a cat. wait, I got Hello Kitty up there. I got Hello Kitty the clock up there.
Like, you're gonna put me on the podcast masturbating now.
Let me finish the story. So what happened was one day she just this is when like I said, no headboard, no nothing, just a mattress, 2 mattresses on top. And she just came up and she looked like she came in my room and she had her eyes were big and she just got her claws and she scratched me and then she ran out.
What
and
catnip?
Why?
Catnip.
I don't, and that's the thing. I don't know why they do that. Like, I think that's their way of playing. I don't know why, but she just did that. One time,
do you smoke? Quick question: do you smoke weed?
It depends on the day, but I'm in retirement right now.
Maybe your cat got into some weed.
Nah.
And or maybe it went downstairs to the other cat and introduced him to cocaine.
I'm trying to tell you. But listen, that's why he was saying that he don't like cats, because cats will do shit like that. They'll run up to you and slap you and leave.
Like one time, I'm gonna tell you one time. I remember I was laying down on the couch. She probably had to be like under a year. I was laying down on the couch and I had my I was playing with her. Before I was laying down, she wanted to play, so I started playing with her, and then she made a sound and said, "Okay, stop, that's hurting me." So she ran off. I said, "Okay, she's gone." I'm laying down and I have my arm out, okay, and then this part right here, I don't know what you call this. What's this part called?
The fibula.
Karate chops.
How do you know that?
Oh no, I made that shit up. I have no idea. I have no idea what that's called. That's called hand meat. I don't know.
This part, I was like, please. I'm like, come on now. Like, don't do that. So this part right here, I just remember having my arm out, and I saw her in my peripheral where she was trying to fly at me with her mouth open so she can hang on to this part, but she missed and she slammed against the wall, and then she laid down and she ran off. And I'm like, what the heck just happened?
She was embarrassed.
One time, my mom was laying down. My mom was laying down on the couch, and then my mom had her arm out, and Tony tries to fly my mom with her claws and her teeth. And my mom's not even like, you know how parents just say, y'all both of y'all parents, right?
Wait, he is.
Okay,
Yeah,
so parents have this thing where like y'all can whoop kids even if you're blind. Like you just know where they're at. Like you have that super power bionic strength. And my mom, she's like on her phone. And my mom, she does not even pay attention, but I guess she feels Tony. My mom's not blind though, but I guess she feels Tony, and she smacks her down. Like she literally just smacks her down. And Tony just took off running.
Yo, she hit her with the kung fu backhand.
She
like,
definitely.
No, you remember Bruce Lee used to hit niggas with the backhand and behind it.
I was thinking about the Batman one.
Oh, Batman one.
Yeah, when he did that shit. Hit that nigga. Yeah.
Yo, what is up with your cat?
They will land.
Like how much
cocaine
cocaine is your cat doing?
One time I was laying down, mind you, I got a high bed, right? One time I'm laying down on my bed, and then all of a sudden I see this thing fly, and she's like this at me, like in my face, and she jumps off the bed and she runs off. Like,
what's up with her?
No, her cat is watching
Tony.
No, Tony's watching Tony the Tiger like YouTube videos. No. Tiger launches. And like, you know what? I perfected this shit today.
That's the way they play. They play rough.
My nigga.
Yeah, give him one of them.
You know what? We try. You know what? You can't really train a cat, right? Like no matter how many times you take them to go and use their paws to scratch their scratcher, they'll still scratch furniture. It doesn't matter what you do. The scratching post. It doesn't matter what you do. And like I said, I like animals, but I like them when I don't have to do all that responsibility, where it's like I don't mind if she's an outside animal and she can, and she can go ahead and be amongst her other friends and come back to get some food or get food. And because and on top of that, I keep thinking about like outside cats, like outside cats. How do they remember where they live? Like they can be gone 9 months and they still show back up.
That's my question.
Because cats roam. Dogs that side go outside. That little get raped by squirrels.
What? My thing is, how do you determine an outside kid? So at birth they just assigned, oh yeah, you outside, no, you inside. Nah, like how do they do that?
Because cats can kill their food, they can find mice, they eat birds.
Why they come back home to eat?
They come back, they're like, I fucked up.
Because have y'all ever seen somebody walk a cat on a leash?
If you, what? They're serial killers.
It was me.
People, you walk the cat on a leash?
No.
Whoever walks cats on a leash are serial killers.
You walk a cat on a leash?
I tried walking my cat on a leash.
No,
I tried. She took her neck brace off and she started swiping at me.
You pissed her off.
They look at you like, motherfucker, do I look like a dog?
You know what? You laugh, but I do think cats really think like that. Like, nah, like yo, this is embarrassing. What the fuck you got me? Like, I feel like they have pride. Cats have pride. Dogs don't.
Dogs don't have pride.
No,
dogs don't. Dog is the only will throw up and eat that shit.
You know how they greet each other? Dogs sniffing each other's asshole. Have you ever seen a cat sniff anyone's asshole but their own?
So we had brought another or my brother, he actually found a kitten that was just
homeless cats.
Like, and I hate homeless cats. Why do you want to be homeless? If you don't get in my car and let me love on you, I got food and shelter at the house. Why do you want to be homeless?
Because he's out there eating trash.
Why do you want to be homeless, cat?
Because he's going around getting.
Oh, she's too young for Heathcliff.
No, you are too young for Heathcliff.
Oh.
But see, homeless cats got it the best. Random people.
It was a cat.
Random people feed them food. Old white ladies that are lonely just feed cats food.
That's true though.
They do.
They'll leave food on their porch.
Look. So whenever their belly is up and they're sleeping, that means they trust you.
See?
Go over there and touch her. See what happens.
She's just nutty from licking herself. Now
she's in dreamland. She snores too. She's in dreamland right now. So whenever if you ever see a cat that has her back like just like this, that means they trust you. They're on their back. Whenever they show their stomach, that means that they're vulnerable and they trust you. So, you know.
I think dogs too. I think
Oh.
yeah.
Dogs-
I believe you. I think dogs do the same
dogs
thing.
are loyal from puppies.
Okay.
Cats are never. Cats is loyal to you.
I
You do
told
something
you,
to piss them off.
They're
man.
roommates. I have a buddy. I have a buddy, and I'm gonna have him on the show. He's my good friend. He has a cat, and he gets a bunch of women because he names his cat Bandit Gizmo Napkins.
No, God.
And he calls his cat Napkins. And I said, bro, because he do the same shit. He's like, yo, I just leave my cat in there and the cat do his own thing or whatever. I'm like, that's because that's your roommate. A dog you gotta take care of, but a cat, you live in the cat's house. The cat don't live with you. You live in the cat's house. You just pay the rent. I believe that to be true.
I don't want nothing like that.
No, that's true, man. I was gonna say, man, cats, like that's the thing, like they're independent and and that's another reason why I realize folks don't really care for cats, because ain't no way we're gonna play with you, feed you, and you walk past us a week straight. And they will do that. Kittens don't do that. Kittens are very much like they love on you. They really do. But once they become because they have to, when they turn 1, that's when they're an adult, and it's like they feel themselves and like, yeah, I don't like you. There have been so many. I'm like, Tony, why are you like? Tony only comes in. Let me tell you what happened. I took a late bath last night, and she was not in the bathtub, but in the bathroom. She was in the bathroom, just waiting for me. She started taking a nap. I think the bathtub was taking too long, so she just left. And I'm like, okay, maybe she went to the living room. I have the bed to myself. I have my room to myself. No, she was looking at me in my room, and I heard her say, "Come to bed." That's what I heard her say that. And then
both of y'all did cocaine that night,
right?
So I said, okay, Tony, I'm about to come to bed. So what happens is what she does. She has this routine.
Answered it.
So what happens is she has this routine, right? Because like I said, she's an inside cat. So like if she was an outside cat, she would definitely not be nowhere in the room. Like the further she goes, we have a porch that actually is we're on the second deck. And so like we're in the backyard, so she gets to see squirrel. And she's a punk. She allowed a bird to fly in our house, in her territory.
In the house?
And she did not do nothing. She backed up. This cat's a freaking wuss.
Come on, Tony.
That cat,
you better than that.
You better call the cops.
You 24 years old. You better than that.
Your cat's like, I ain't doing that shit.
Cats are there to catch mice.
You know how typically what happens is whenever a cat likes you, they'll bring a present. Their present could be a dead animal. She brought in a couple leaves. I don't know what that means though.
She had an arts and craft project to do, I guess.
So what happened was she told me I felt her looking at me, and she was like speaking telepathically, says, "Come to bed." And so what I did was once I walked in the room, she goes underneath my bed. That's always what she does. She goes underneath my bed. I turn off the lights, and then all of a sudden, somewhere between 5 to 10 or 30 minutes, she jumps on top of the bed and she tries to lay in between my legs. But I'm like, you got too much body heat. So I'm saying sleep at the edge of the bed. But that's what we do. We literally it's probably 3 days out the week we do this. It used to be every day, but I'm like, girl, go outside and roam the living room, the small living room we have. Just roam it. Just keep walking around in circles or whatever. But it's kind of cool. Like I said, we be talking to each other, man.
She gonna do what she wants.
See, a dog. If you had a dog is loyal. A dog would have sat in there the whole time you took the bath, watch you dry off, watch you get in bed, and
loyal or a creep.
Look at you. Well, is it cool for me to jump up? Yep. Okay.
Well, no, I'm not saying don't wait. I'm not saying Tony doesn't. There have been times Tony has literally just stayed in the bath with me stayed in the bathroom with me the entire time. There have been times Tony has not literally has not come to my room for a few days, and it's cool. But I don't want you she's cool when she feels like it. One time I was sick and she took care of me. I'm gonna tell you how. Okay.
Okay.
So I remember this was like she probably was maybe 6 months old, and I was just, I don't know what it was, some type of bad cold I had. And so she heard me cough, and I was spitting up, and she was meowing ferociously at the door because she wanted to come check on me. And I opened the door and she put a paw on my leg, right? And I'm like, oh, okay, Tony. So I went to bed, and then I closed the door, and then she was meowing ferociously at the door so she can lay with me. And right before she lay with me, she started scratching my furniture because I couldn't do nothing, my little bed, my mattress.
And looking at you.
Yeah, and then she jumped in the bed, and she laid with me the entire night while I was not feeling well, But other than that, Other than that, like, I mean, she still was. So I'm like, I can't wait till her expiration date. Google says she's
No,
supposed,
you don't.
she's
Come on,
supposed
you
to
will
die in
cry.
17 years.
You will cry horribly.
I mean, I'll cry, like, you know, I'll put ashes, dust, and I'll pour out some Alizé and Cristal for her, some Thug Passion.
Oh damn,
you always get a
catnip.
I don't care, but that's expensive. I'll get some.
You
You know what? Cristal is very expensive. I'm like $1,000 for a champagne bottle.
Still expensive.
I mean, Google said it was.
White people still drink it. You know, we boycotted it a long time ago.
We did. Why did we boycott it?
Because
they said they didn't want black people, or it was a rapper thing, and they said they didn't want that representing their brand or some shit.
Tommy
like
Hilfiger said the same thing.
Same shit. Yeah.
I think Aces of Spade came out to replace Cristal.
Well, anyway,
I remember when I thought Alizé was expensive because rappers will always sing about it, and then I went to go buy a bottle of Alizé, and I said, "This shit is $10 cheap." Like,
like $10 to $12.
Like, they used to rap
Got
about
you
it.
drunk.
Oh yeah, I did that. Did the whole Incredible Hulk thing. Alizé and Hennessy.
So when I got a question, I had a while ago. I'm gonna ask you. So when they do go to cancel you, like, when you said you get canceled like 10 times a week, what do you do when you get canceled? You just like, oh, I guess I'm canceled this week, and then tell another fucking crazy joke.
That's pretty much it. I've had podcasters tell me prior to recording, do not talk about this, that, or this, you know, and I'm like, you're censoring me as a comedian, you know. And so, like I said, it's like, for me personally, there are things I don't joke about. I don't talk about molestation, pedophilia, rape, because there's nothing funny about that. I've come across a few followers who have cerebral palsy or cerebral palsy. 2 of them, I made the joke with them and they laughed. The third one didn't laugh, and I'm like, okay. So here was a joke I said. I said that because they have to be, the 2 of them were in a wheelchair. The third one has a walker. And so I said to them, just y'all roll. Make sure you roll to my comedy performance. I'll sing your light. We can roll together. And they laughed at that. I told that joke to the third one. He just like, man, I was like, oh, okay, well, because he's not in a wheelchair. He's in a walker.
Right. In the words of Dragon, handicapped niggas get it too.
They get it too.
Exactly.
No, they liked it. They liked it.
They want to be included. They don't want to be treated as other people. They just want to be included.
No, a funny joke is a funny joke.
That's what I understand. Like,
but not every joke is gonna be funny. There are some things I don't find. Like, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, right? I like Bernie Mac on his show. There were things I found funny, but a lot of his stand-up just didn't reside with me. That's just my opinion. I don't like the movie Friday
because
it was just overplayed. It was overplayed in my household.
Wait,
I don't like Harlem Nights. I don't like Harlem Nights. I don't like Superfly 2018 version. I don't like Shanae Jenkins. I don't like Mama Payne. There's nothing funny about no man dressing up as a woman. When did that become okay? I'm just keeping it real. I don't like Boomerang.
Yo,
okay.
You are crazy.
I don't like peanut butter and jelly
right now.
No.
I don't like watermelon.
You don't like chicken either.
You don't like chicken. You don't like that fried chicken. Wait.
I don't like nigga jokes either. I get to a point where nigga jokes get played.
Okay.
But
like Uncle Ruckus, you have to fast forward.
That ain't my thing.
You know what I kept thinking, right? I was trying to figure out, why is that Uncle Ruckus? What was the point of his character? But if you think about it, we all have had an Uncle Ruckus within us. Let's just keep it all the way 100 Don. If you see a nigga, okay, Chris Rock said it best. He's one of my favorite comedians. He said, who's more racist, black folks or white folks? And then people kept saying white. He says, no, black folks, because we hate niggas too. And I said, oh my, and that was in the 90s, right? And I'm thinking to myself,
it's correct.
Because I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, bro, like, I thought I was the only one. I was afraid to express my opinion because I didn't want people to think that I was racist against my own kind. But like I said, we all have an Uncle Ruckus within us. Now, to the extent of how he is, no, I ain't came across one black person who was just that bad where they hate their own kind. But I'm telling you, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm gonna keep it real with you,
Herman.
Maybe because I haven't lived life long enough or so, but I'm not calling y'all senior citizens, all right? Y'all was born during the crack epidemic. I just told you how old I was in the cat story.
24
yes.
With the cat story.
24. We were born during the crack era, the best era ever.
Honey, I was born during the Freaknik era. My era is better. How about that?
Nah, the crack era might got it though. Just because it encompasses all that. It
At the crack
encompasses all
era-
that.
See, the crack era, you had no real supervision. You as a kid, you supervised yourself, especially
'Cause
if
your parents
was
were on crack.
Yeah, either your parents was on crack or if one of your parents was on crack.
Who you think created the Freaknik? People whose parents were on crack.
Anyway, back to I got a real quick question. How do you for sure know your cat got ate up by wild turkeys? Did you see pieces like of fur?
I seen that nigga get ripped when he walked out. I let him out the back door. He ran outside thinking he was tough. I knew I had turkeys. He kept me out. I didn't let that nigga in the house.
I'm
The
calling
turkeys-
Peter.
You call them motherfuckers all you want.
That cat long
I told
dead.
you. I'm probably going to get canceled as much as you are.
That cat went. Look,
So
he
wait,
came
you
back a
heard
week
him?
later.
You heard,
I heard
him
him go-
meowing.
I heard him
As
go,
soon
"Bah." You know that cat, when a cat get fucked up, that noise. Brown.
No, I don't know that.
That means the
Never
turkey. If you hear a cat go like that, you ever hear a cat fighting in the alley? See, we from Jersey.
Nah, I heard
A cat found in the
but-
alley in Philly.
But I grew up in Philly, and the thing is, that's where we have the most stray cats.
Have you ever heard them niggas fighting in the alley when one
Yeah.
get fucked up?
But it's usually like a high pitch, like
Have
they.
you ever heard them one get fucked up like he losing the whole fight?
I've never went to check. I don't
No,
know.
but you heard the two cats fighting. You heard the one that's getting ripped.
I never went to check, so I don't know what the meows.
But you
mean.
heard the one loud meow like, nigga, I'm fucking you up. And then you heard the other meow like, please,
what the
Jesus,
turkey say?
come save me.
What the turkey say?
Wait, why did y'all have so many wild turkeys in the backyard?
'cause I
Anyway?
live
Oh, it's
in-
Jersey.
I live in Jersey.
Yeah.
I live in the where I was living at is where I live at now still is the woods. It was a bad area.
So let me ask you this: if that cat never like clawed your back, then you would allow it still would have been here to this day?
Man, maybe. Yeah. I
Yes.
don't like cats. I don't
Whose
never
idea
want-
was it to get a cat then?
the kids. The kids.
Why would you
gra-
listen to that? You
I've
know
never
that. You
listened
know,
to this.
father
the
knows
kids-
best.
The kids seen the box of cats. I didn't even
The
want to
box
go.
of cats.
It was a box of cats. You know,
Where?
people
Kittens, right?
Have you ever watched Aristocats?
30 years ago, sure.
Okay, listen to this. In the movie Aristocats, the nigga took the cats. This is a Disney movie.
Yes.
3 cats and threw these niggas in the river to drown.
Oh shit.
Oh my
That's
God.
because niggas back then, if they couldn't get rid
You
of
gotta
all
get rid
their
of 'em
cats,
somehow.
they would throw them in the river. Sorry, Peter. Niggas never threw puppies in the river.
Oh my God.
That's because cat. Wait, so all right, I know we
Cats
didn't
are-
spend enough time on cats, but I'm saying the reason
Ah.
why, you know why?
I'm going to get canceled.
Do you know why?
Why?
Because those outside cats, that's what they be out doing,
They be out
fucking
fucking.
and making kittens.
Dogs don't fuck all
Then they
day.
come home with all pregnant, and then the owner got to
That's
deal
why
with
you
it.
gotta spay and neuter your animals, man. Shout out to all the people out there trying to breed these animals. Nobody wants 10 dogs. Like, what are you giving me? I don't want a dog. Like, quit just spay and neuter your animals. I'm just saying,
Dogs.
stupid.
I'd rather try to crossbreed
Dogs
them.
don't. Y'all call men dogs. Dogs don't fuck
I'd
like
rather
that.
try to crossbreed them.
Cats fuck on the regular. Female cats, them chicks get horny. They be at
And I don't
the
know
door.
why, because
That's the sound you be hearing.
A male's penis is very prickly, so they're only able to have sex for 2 minutes. I don't know why they. Yeah, it's
You're
very
talking
prickly.
about the cats, right?
Yeah, the cats. The
You got a
cat's male's
you got a
penis is.
prickly dick.
Yeah,
got a prickly
I'm
dick.
weird. I be like, I'm like so weird where I literally have watched cats like mate like on YouTube and stuff like that, and watch them give birth.
That's called
Like, what
animal porn.
That no. It's the house. No, don't even do me like that, okay?
Oh God.
But
Yo, I watched a lady fuck a horse.
Oh God.
why would you watch that? Ew.
Yo, that was the worst thing I could ever watch in my
Why would
life.
you even watch that?
Because
you
I
can't
thought
erase it.
I thought it was funny because I watched 40-Year-Old Virgin and they made a joke about lady fucking a horse. And if you've seen it, you remember they said if you've seen it, it's not what you think it is. So I said to myself, you know what? I'm just gonna see it to see it. And they was right. I felt bad for the horse.
Both of y'all browser history. Make sure y'all erase it as
Bro,
soon
you
as
never
possible.
seen the lady fucking horse?
Yeah, nigga, I was with you.
Oh, God.
It was the worst ever, right?
No,
I felt bad for
I
the
mean,
horse.
It was
it's just-
terrible.
To me, I just would not want to. I think there's nothing like how you talked about earlier, like with your father with censorship. Some, like I said, but here's the thing on YouTube. YouTube is a lot better than, you can go on Google. Like Google, you can see whatever, whatever you
Oh,
want to
yeah.
see.
True.
But YouTube, it was just like I seen this male cat try to rape a female cat. It was bad. I said, somebody get that cat. I
Cat
was
rape.
yelling at. Yeah, it was bad, man. I didn't see like because what they'll do, they'll grab their bottom necks, right? They'll
I
just
saw
bite
that
it.
one.
They'll bite them by their
Yep.
necks, and I'm like, oh, okay, because I kind of like, have I had my neck bit? I don't know, but anyway, they'll grab them by their necks, and then they'll hold on to them. They'll just do like that, and the cat runs out. I'm like, oh, you pregnant now? So yes, you're right.
Oh,
Cats
shit.
do that all day long, and I got upset with the cat in my neighborhood. It was white. It was pregnant. I think it had a little boyfriend and their child. I said, hey, have you been getting somebody? I haven't, and it ran off. I ain't seen it since. I think it died. But
No, he's going out and having fun.
he
crap.
just took his babies down by the river. So I'm going to try this again.
Oh my gosh.
if y'all could secretly be an animal, what would y'all be?
Who, me?
Oh, that's a damn good question. Shit. I don't know. Gorilla? Or is that racist?
It might
No,
be
it's
kinda,
not
that's
racist.
like borderline chicken and watermelon.
A gorilla. You know why? Because a gorilla is strong. He still got his appendages, his normal appendages, and he respected.
I'll be an elephant.
Oh, damn, that's a good one too.
Just to walk around and say, yeah, look at that.
Yeah, elephants have like great memory. They remember everything.
And I don't.
And they live for a while too. They live for a long time.
They live for a while, have
That's a
emotions
good-
and everything. And they do just like every other animal do. You know?
What kind of animal would you be?
You know
Let's
what
see.
animal I'd be.
A cat.
Of course. Because
Why?
they sleep all day, they fly at people.
They fly in mouth first.
They fly at people. They're sneaky, like they can hide. They're good at hiding, like hide and go seek. They're unmatched.
Cats are the worst. You walk past a cat's like, I'm underneath the couch and swipe your
And
ankles.
swipe your
They
shit.
will
Look,
do that. Tony would do like that and she'll run away. Like
gorilla beats cat. Gorilla
so
beats
who do
cat.
you,
Rip
who,
that
who's
shit
the
in
king?
half.
Who's the king of the jungle?
They say a lion, but I don't think the lion lives in the jungle.
Lion does live in the jungle. I don't know
Yeah,
why
that's what I'm saying. They
that.
say the lion, but the lion doesn't live in the
The
jungle.
tiger would be the king of the jungle. The tiger lives in the jungle.
Yeah, but I
Tiger
think a
runs
gorilla is the king of the jungle.
Nigga, when have you ever seen a gorilla be the tiger?
That'd be a
Exactly.
great versus.
That's not a great versus. That'd be over in 2 seconds. Have you
I'll
ever
slip.
seen a tiger? Have you ever seen a tiger up in person? A gorilla would call it a day.
Who you think would be a gorilla or a tiger? I can grab the tiger's mouth and rip his face off.
Bro. In Jungle Book, the motherfucking orangutan wanted no
That's
parts.
not a gorilla.
Jungle Book. That's a throwback.
Yeah, but that's not a gorilla. That's an orangutan.
That's a monkey. He still wanted no parts of
You
the
racist,
tiger.
bro.
He a monkey.
You racist.
Yo,
I heard you say. I heard you say you don't like. You didn't really like Bernie Mac's stand up.
Well, okay, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Richard Pryor, I couldn't. Some things I wait till I got older to listen to, see if I could get it. I can't get with Richard Pryor. Honestly, I like Red Fox over him.
That's still respectable
okay.
though. That's
Eddie
respectable.
Murphy.
Over Richard. Richard's just not funny to me.
Okay, I watched.
I'm gonna keep it. I'm like something like I said for me personally. I'm at the point in my because I'm a very woke individual, right?
Okay.
Like I'm woke to the point if I see a black person wearing Louis Vuitton, I like cringe because I'm like, don't you realize they don't give a damn about us? Italians do not give a damn about us. Like you're wearing Louis Vuitton, Prada, Dolce and Gabbana.
I don't wear that shit, bro.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about like black folk. I'm just saying in general, and what bothers me, you say you work in the service industry, so do I. What bothers me is that they have these designer clothing on, but 7 times out of 10, they're not gonna leave me a tip. And I give them good customer service.
True. Yeah.
The same, some of these same folks, they got all this designer clothing on, and I see them at the bus stop.
That's definitely true up here. 100%.
That's the thing up here, like. These chicks will have a Michael Kors bag with an EBT card in it. Not dead ass.
I know. It's still funny.
Do they holler at you or try to?
Yep. Kev get all the EBT chicks.
Back in the day when I was single, yeah, I would knock it down. There's plenty of chicks' houses I went and their house smelled like a daycare because I knew they had mad kids.
Okay.
I made sure I strapped up because I did not want to be.
You are fertile.
Nah, yeah, I didn't want to be the
I'm gonna guess.
restart
I'm gonna
of
guess how
your
many.
WIC
I'm gonna
and
guess how
child
many children
support.
you have. I'm
She
gonna
gonna
guess
guess
how
how many
many
kids.
children. I'm gonna
It's
guess.
gonna be right.
You're right. You're gonna be
Go
right.
ahead.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
ahead.
Don't have that much confidence in me. I'm gonna just say 3.
What is that?
Okay, wait.
that?
I get a second guess. I get a second guess.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna do 3 guesses. 3
Go
was my first. Second is 7, and my last one's 12.
You're right. You're good with 7. Well, I count my stepdaughter. That's my daughter as my kid. I count her as 7. I got 6, but I'm always gonna say I got 6 biologically, but I got
That
7
boy
kids.
don't give his balls no rest.
Nah, don't.
No rest.
The very first. Let me ask you this: knowing what you guys both know now, would you guys have waited till y'all was older or married to have lost your virginity? Honestly,
I say this all the time. I would have waited till I was married to lose my virginity. 100%.
I would have waited older because the way I lost mine wasn't the technical right way. This is going to get pretty dark.
He was raped.
I was molested.
no. And I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, by my babysitter, but
Oh, I was joking.
I was serious. That
Typically,
legit happened. That legit happened. But it's cool. I turned out to be an okay person.
Sorry, bro. I was
all right.
No,
I
it's just
joking.
you know what I really wish, and this is the stuff that a lot of men don't talk about. This type of stuff gets swept under. It's a lot of things that get swept underneath the rug. Women, and there's just been this tweet that's been floating around that I've seen that's been reposted where it says that attention high schoolers, do not sit here and believe that this grown man for saying that you're mature for your age. Like, he's a bum, and women see that in him, and you need to say something. He's a predator. Women are predators as well. Like a lot of men think men think it's an accomplishment to have lost their virginity in quotation marks to a woman who was way older, and that woman had molested him. Like at that point, like
I got taken advantage. I was like 7, and I didn't know what she was
around was it, and this was around the same time your dad had showed you that porno, right?
Yeah, I didn't know what was going on. She said, "Pull your pants down, do X, Y, Z." I ain't know.
Who'd you end up eventually telling?
I ain't tell nobody. I didn't explain this until I got older. Like, I mean, I wasn't like you had. For most people, I don't know. For most people that get molested or anything like that, you got 2 ways of going. You got either you turn into a nympho or you turn into a hermit, because you either think what happened to you was supposed to happen to you, so you keep exploring that, or, well, it's 3 ways, or you turn into a hermit. The third ways, which I'm glad, which most people do, and is not cool, become the predator. Which is not cool. I don't.
That's true. It's one of those 3 things that happen.
I don't condone that shit at all. I don't, because it's not cool. But that's what it happens. Either you become thinking it's acceptable, which I became a nympho, or some people become the hermit who's not cool with that, or you become the evil and you become the new predator.
Hurt people.
Hurt people. You hurt people because you was hurt, so you think that's your way of exacting revenge on the person you would never attack that attacked you. I'm sorry to go dark.
No, you're fine. Did you ever no, you're good. No, you're good. I get that out. You're okay. I want you to
cool.
I want you to, did you ever see that babysitter at any point later in life?
I seen her. I said, yeah, I bumped into her. It happened. I ain't mad at the situation because it really didn't. I mean, I don't think in my case it didn't affect me too much mentally. I know it happened.
Okay.
Yeah, I know I say fucked up shit.
Okay.
I'm kind of like a little kind of off. He knows me really, really well. But I'm just myself. I'm cool. For the most part, if shit's affecting me, I speak on it. That's why I'm glad, like, why I podcast. For me, I tell people all the time, podcasting is my therapy.
I'm about to say we could have a real conversation about it, but I don't think we
not now. But
now.
Podcasting is my podcast. That's why I love podcasting. Podcast is my therapy. Besides this podcast, I do my rants.
All right.
Which is more, sometimes it's a little serious.
Letting off some steam.
Sometimes it's me just being funny on here, just ranting on some funny shit that I seen. That's just me.
Yeah.
This is We're interviewing a comedian.
You wanted to let go of your hurt a little bit just now.
No, I just
And I wanted to give you room for that.
I think we're both interviewing each other. So no, I think
I wanted to give you room.
I don't like I like how you are, you know, and a lot of times like you're breaking the stigma of what being a black man is. Like you're not told to have feelings, you're not told to cry, you're told not to cry, don't have feelings, you're told all of these things. It's like he's hurt, he's hurting, let him cry. There's nothing wrong with a black man crying. There's nothing wrong with him not being prideful and stuff. I'm just saying.
I did a rant on that. Like he knows me. I did a whole rant on that because 3 years ago, my brother was murdered.
My condolences.
Yeah, and so I didn't know how to handle it. So I did a whole rant on that shit. Like as a kid, growing up in the 90s, I laughed about it early in the crack era. It was wild. Like I knew what death was at an early age. My mom's best friend was stabbed to death.
Mm-hmm.
I seen people get high that were family members. I seen dead bodies. I seen a lot of shit that I shouldn't have seen as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And we was always told as black men to be like, yo, bottle that shit up, keep it pushing. Like right now, I tell my sons, I got sons, I tell them, yo, it's cool to cry. It's cool to let go. Because don't be like me. You know what I'm saying? Because like you don't want to be like me that can see something so crazy and just suck that shit up and keep it pushing, but be dealing with that shit every day. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you a couple of weeks ago, I had my first fucking anxiety attack. I didn't know what that was. I thought I was having a heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
It was anxiety. I'm like, yo, I'm thinking I'm having a heart attack. Here it is. I'm having an anxiety attack. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like,
shit get real if you don't do it. You got it. You know what I mean?
That's the thing. That's why like I say, I do my rants and I tell black people, I ain't gonna consider myself woke, but I love my people. So I try to give some knowledge to my people to help them out. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, a lot of wild and out of pocket shit. That's just me.
A smidgen.
I know a lot.
Have you gone to therapy? Or have you thought about it?
Yeah, I thought about it. I really have. Like my my girl I'm with now. I had to tell her, like I had to break down to her and let her know. I said I got to do therapy because it was like when my brother died, dude. I think I cried every single day. I cried every single day before I came home. I cried every time.
You were incarcerated.
Yeah.
No. They came home from work.
Came home from work? No, job. I work. I ain't no prisoner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well, you said I was like, okay,
I've been locked up
many...
one time for a couple of hours. Nah, I ain't that type of dude. Nah,
did you win the street fight?
I had to. At the time, I didn't have to fight, but at the time, he knows I was kickboxing. I was a fighter. I was a registered fighter. I was kickboxing, Muay Thai. So I ain't have to fight in there, but I was cool.
Interesting man over here.
Yeah, I'm very interesting. I do a lot of things, but every day after work, I would cry. I would get upset. I would get emotional. I would cry every single day. I come on in the house, act like nothing happened. When my brother died, I went to the hospital. I seen my mother. I cried when my mother told me what happened. But I seen my mother crying. I shut that shit off. I seen my brother crying. I shut the shit off. As the oldest brother, he was my baby brother. I said I can't cry. But as I'm wiping blood off my brother's face, like I couldn't stop the tears coming from my face. I couldn't stop it as much as I try to hold it back. It's like, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody ever experienced pain like that. Like as much as I tried not to cry, as much as I tried to be tough, I couldn't hold back the tears. It's like they just came. But I try to let them, which I should agree with them. I try to let them grieve, and then later on I grieve myself. So that's why I'm still grieving the shit.
Yeah.
God damn, why did we get so dark? We just get out of this.
Because there's things that listen.
No. I'm glad again, I'm very glad that you are speaking upon this and speaking on this and everything else. And I'm glad you are, being vulnerable, man. Like this warms my heart when I come across men, especially black men, who are able to talk about, their problems. And listen, when I get my therapy, my degree, you can always come, do a virtual couch sitting and talk to me, or you can come before, because I'm really good with questions and opening up and giving people homework assignments that they may or may not complete.
Okay.
But like for us brothers out there,
good skills to have.
Yeah, good skills. Like I say, brothers out there, it's cool, man. I'm the type of person, especially when I get on here, I don't care. I just say how I feel. People can judge me and look at me how they want or whatever. I don't know nobody. I don't know nobody beyond this camera. I know him. I know my family members. I know people I love. Mm-hmm. People in this world, man, listen.
But that's the one thing about this podcast that we do. We get on here, we talk. We not gonna ever hold nothing back. We tell stories about, things that hurt us, things that haven't hurt us. We laugh as well as cry. That we've done that actually.
Yeah, we actually cried on this podcast.
Like that's
three grown men. There's a third of us, but we actually.
I was gonna say, like, the's somebody missing. I've been looking the entire time.
The Puerto Rican Rico Suave. He's working.
Yeah. Not a problem. We'll catch him next time.
They landscape at night.
Yo, that's a racist ass joke. He just said
he's all right.
Puerto Ricans don't landscape, dog.
I was like, he's Puerto Rican. I'm like, because I thought you were Puerto Rican. I was saying like the skin complexion. Yeah, I thought you probably was like, who's Puerto? I'm looking at the pictures. I'm like.
Nah, we got a Puerto Rican. Puerto Ricans don't landscape.
So does he speak Spanish?
Hell no.
No.
Okay.
No.
He can't understand it.
And can't understand it.
Okay.
That's the best. Yeah. Yeah. We gotta work on that with him.
He just took advantage of being Puerto Rican. Like we grew up as childhood friends. He would just take advantage of the situation. Like we would meet girls and he would throw that long hair Puerto Rican shit in the mix and will fucking just cancel us out. Like before I was bald, I had braids. I'm like, my braids is long enough.
That's a long time ago.
But I had nigga braids. Niggas braids stop at a certain point. This nigga had this Puerto Rican shit all the way down to the middle of his back. He coming here all straight and shit. And I'm like, I can't.
So I'm sure he had hoes, like just like his hair was a chick magnet.
You gotta get your hair braided from somebody.
Do y'all remember how many women is too many? I made this post on Facebook the other day, and I said that having hoes only excites men who just started having sex. Like real men know how annoying women are, and only one is enough. And a lot of guys are saying facts. You speaking that right? That's true.
Yes.
Yeah.
At a point, or a young-minded man.
At a point, you get tired of either lying or you get tired of entertaining them.
What if they all know about each other?
Then you all right because you're being honest. As long as you're being honest,
yeah. It's a few females you can. It's certain females that are more mature. You can be honest with, like, look, I'm not looking for nothing. His aunt, who I love to death, told me the realest thing in the world. She said, be honest with the females, tell them exactly what you want, and you'll get exactly what you want. And when she gave me that advice, I ran with it. And damn sure if it didn't work, we'll tell the female, listen, I'm not looking for nothing. I'm not looking for a relationship. I'm just looking for sex, somebody to hang out with here and there, maybe go out to eat so I don't look lonely eating with. Most of them was on board with that. I'm like, holy shit, who knew this would work? And I took full advantage of it.
Are you dating?
I'm dating my fingers. But I try to date people.
It's cool.
It's not cool because that gets annoying as well. I be trying, like, I have a fee now, right? I got a fee. If you trying to give me head, it's $300. You know what? Typically, when I tell men, I get that response. I'm like, "Yep, I know who the brokies are." Because the men who actually got bankroll after bankroll, that's all you want. That's it. Here you go.
So listen.
Okay.
Remember, no, Dre. This is a question. Since you're honest with us, we had a show.
We finally got a female. Go ahead.
Art of Masturbation. We did a show called Art of Masturbation. This nigga's a jerk off genius right here. He even jerked off on a public breast.
Don't push that narrative.
But do females masturbate and, like you said, females masturbate in secret? Do they even masturbate when they're in a relationship, or is it like, like something y'all
I'm pretty sure they do.
No, what? Because we didn't know. Because we was like girls, we didn't know females like masturbate in secret like that? Like, do they masturbate on a regular like men do?
That's a question. That's a question.
Everybody's different. Some people are addicted to it. Some people do it a lot. Like I try not to do it. I think what it is when I started doing these podcasts, it made me, they say out of mind's the devil's playground. So I literally try to become as busy as I can, because after a while that gets boring as well. After a while, you know what the next move is going to be. If you watch a flick, I already know it. Like you already know how it's going to go and stuff like that. So with that being said, I think the thing is for me, I would like to date people. I will tell y'all this, man. I'm so bold and so gangster, they might. I don't think they're gonna listen to this part, but anyway, they do. I mean, they already know what time it is. I had this one guy. I did a podcast with him, which is now I'm a little skeptical doing podcasts with guys because I don't know when the guys off the podcast gonna try to slide in my DM, holler at me. But anyway.
a long time ago, I'm faithful. I love my wife, my girl. I ain't the fuck.
Is it your wife or your girl? Which one
it's
is
my
it?
girl.
You got both of them.
Is she my girl? But she gonna be my wife.
When is she gonna be your wife? Let's get that out of the way. When is she gonna be your wife?
Pretty soon. I can't say on here because then it's gonna ruin the surprise. I hate.
He got to get a divorce
you gotta
first.
Understand. No, I don't. You
gotta understand. Why don't you just go to the courthouse tomorrow and then do a reception?
I'm not doing that. I just tell everybody I had to hang up my fuck niggas ways. Like I was a horrible individual. I was never a good boyfriend at one point.
Oh my God.
I always tell people on this podcast, I never lie. When I speak on cheaters, yeah, I was one of them dudes. I'm never gonna lie on that shit. So go ahead, continue with your story.
No, okay. The only reason I say that is because you brought up a good point, because it's like a lot of times I've heard where men will say that they don't want to get married unless they are ready, right? And I'm like, but you may never be ready. Like nobody is really completely ready. There is I have not came across one adult who has their entire life together. Okay,
no,
it's not in fact of a man having a life together. It's just that you realize what you want. You can't force a man to marry you. A man is going to marry you when he's ready to marry, when he's ready to hang up everything in the streets. Mm-hmm. Some men that could be at the age of 21. And real talk, it's some dudes that be 60, 65.
That's true.
Just hate to say it.
Okay.
Like, look at
my uncle been with his girlfriend for like 40 years.
I ain't doing that shit.
And they told me the other day, they told me like a couple months ago, oh yeah, Uncle Sammy getting married. I was like, to who? What, he got a divorce? Nah, he getting married to such and such. I'm like, they wasn't married this whole time? Like they've been together since before I was born. What the fuck is you talking about?
I was gonna say sometimes, you know what? I'm gonna go deep with y'all really quickly, and then I'll get back to the dating thing. A lot of folks don't know, like back in the biblical days, they did not have weddings. When the person consummated, like they came together as one, had sex, that's when they were married. That's when God came down and blessed their union, because that's a soul tie. Reason why I believe in my mind, that's why I say whoever you first lost your virginity to, the real person. I heard that. The real person.
Oh God, I'm sorry.
The real person, who you lost your virginity to, not that, other person, but the person who you can actually say it was a consensual thing. That's who you're first married to. Now, how do you pray off that soul tie? I don't know. Tell God to remove it. I don't know. But, when you have sex with so many people, those are a bunch of soul ties. And that's why you have sex with a person who's lifeless or full of shit. You're going to feel like it yourself. Like, that's why I haven't had sex yet. I mean, I want to. I mean, I kind of have like with oral sex, but so my throat's not a virgin, but my cat is. But at the same time,
congratulations. How?
I mean, my mouth's not good enough to actually, go upgrade from a Wendy's 4 for $4 to a house. I can't get a house. Apparently, my mouth's not that good. All right, I'm still in this neighborhood. Okay, I'm the
really
cat lady.
Unpack that. Oh, I'm the cat lady. One day we're gonna unpack that because
houseway.
Very interesting.
Houseway.
Let's unpack it now. Go ahead. What's your question?
Okay, how have you managed to remain? Which is commendable. That's the thing. That's commendable. How have you managed to remain a virgin? Well, a vagina virgin. I'm specifying.
I'm thinking because when you I'm gonna be vulnerable and deep with you guys as well. Okay. When you've been molested and violated since a child. And then you get older and come across people who you think that you can trust, and they do the same thing to you. Like I'm like since childhood, not every grade level, elementary, was with, and I'll tell you guys who the person is off camera.
Okay.
But elementary, it was with an adult. Middle school, it was with teenagers. Like you guys, why you had to teach your sons, like, and women, daughters as well. No means no. Do not sit here and touch this girl. Don't do that inappropriately. If I wasn't so afraid to tell, then because the rule snitches get stitches. But sometimes you have to tell. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you have to say something. But we need to get rid of that stigma about no snitching, right?
Right.
The sexual harassment amongst young boys who like to just and then the problem that I have is a lot of these like I said, children are just, a lot of these adults are just children who have not grown up yet. So now you're dealing with the men who send unsolicited penis pictures because they have no self-respect for us and themselves. Like, I don't understand. Like, I can sit here, we can talk about their grandmother and soccer, and they'll just send that to me the next day. I don't know where that comes from. I don't understand why they're doing that. Right. So it brings a PTSD in me. And I know not every man is bad. There are some decent men out there, but I am running into so many horrible men, so many men that brings me honestly PTSD. So when I have a man, to the point where I'm becoming bitter against men because of the fact that they will real deal waste my time. This is not, especially living in Atlanta, this ain't no relationship city at all.
Oh no, it ain't, because it's down there, because it's a 10 to 1 down there. For every 10 women, there's one man.
Well, what do you mean by this? It's not a relationship city. Let's make sure we're on the same page.
Definitely, yeah. No, what you just said, we're 10 to 1. A lot of we're at the point. It used to be a time where, and I was listening to this sermon earlier about ladies allowed, he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing type of thing, right? The man is supposed to come to you. It doesn't matter how shy, and that's why I don't understand how men can claim, oh, I'm shy, but they got 10 kids. How are you nothing shy about that dick? What are you shy? Sir, you got 10 kids. Two of them were born the same month. That's nothing
called
shy
game
about you.
That's game. That's a shy game.
As a nigga that I know, I love him. They was in the same hospital.
What?
They born a day apart. I love you though, if you watching.
What?
My nigga, his kids was born like a couple of days apart, but
that happens as well.
That happens as
well. They be back. They came to the hospital on Monday. Then they back on Friday. So
I love them to death though. Just gonna put it out there.
But to me, it's like you got men. There are men out there who are shy. I don't know why they're shy. There's some men out there who will try to, they feel like they're too afraid to say something to me, because they say, oh, I'm very attractive or whatever. So they don't come up to me and talk to me or whatever it might be, and I don't like having to do all the work. I'm telling you, I'm at the point where I'm letting men know up front, hey, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Since the people have their mask on and Atlanta, we don't really have our mask on anymore. But for some places,
y'all never had your mask on.
Some places you have to have your mask on. So when a guy comes up to me and hollers at me and he has his mask on, I say, okay, 2 things. I say, I need to see what your teeth look like. That's the first thing, because some of these men's teeth look like the New York state line. Okay.
Okay.
My shit crooked like
my shit is fucked up.
I can't see y'all's teeth because y'all all the way back there.
My shit crooked. I ain't gonna lie.
That's okay. Don't worry about it.
I don't front. I smile at you.
Okay, well let me ask you guys this question. Let me ask you this question. Is it because you just never cared? Like, no shade or anything else like that. What made you say what made you not go get like either Invisalign or braces or what are these rappers getting these days?
Veneers.
My mom didn't have insurance. My mom insurance wasn't that good back in the day.
Well, I'm saying as an adult.
Well, we're both the oldest, and I truly believe this. So we're both the oldest. I'm the oldest of my mom's kids. Actually, my mom and my dad's kids, and he's the oldest. My little brother got braces. Mm-hmm. I didn't get braces because I'm the guy who I took care of my teeth. they just didn't grow in like they were supposed to. But I actually took care of them. I didn't floss like I should have, but I would do it now. I would get adult braces or Invisalign probably.
And my shit crooked because I was fucking jumping ramps as a kid and I bust my face on the handlebars like 4 or 5 times. I kept knocking my shit further and further.
So you're just gonna keep trying to get deep every time we just talk about something.
What? It's a fact though.
He's gonna keep going deep.
Nigga, I don't know how many.
When I was a kid.
I'm saying, but here's my question: as an adult, once you got to that point where you say, okay, I got some money in my savings account, I got whatever, maybe I invested. What made
Who
you
said
guys
that?
Okay, I don't. In my mind, well, that's my question. What made you guys, as an adult, what made you not decide to say, let me go ahead and get it taken care of?
Let me get it straightened out.
I want to get it now. I just haven't because
procrastination.
Not even.
When I become rich for my podcast, give me some.
See, you can't do that. You can't do it when I become.
I'm giving me some Shannon Sharp teeth. You can get the whole fake Barney look, like the whole Gucci man look. My shit I'm gonna have way too many teeth from my mouth.
Gucci Mane look.
Niggas that get the fake teeth have way too many teeth. There's not that many teeth in the veneer. After some point, you like, you know what? Take that out. Take that out. You ever see a nigga smile that got fake teeth? Like, yo, that's way too many.
Nori?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little scrappy.
Yes.
He don't leave a tip worth a damn. He came to my kiosk. I acted like I didn't know who he was. Talked to him about God, and he left me no tip. He kept me the receipt. He wanted his pocket change too.
Oh wow.
He is on Love and Hip Hop.
What does that mean?
You know Lies and Hip Hop. You know who Comic Steve is? And I see Comic Pierre. You know Comic Pierre? He was on Def Comedy Jam.
Light-skinned dude, right?
Light-skinned dude. He made that joke about, I think one of his most infamous jokes was about the homeless, the hitchhikers, where he said he'll pull up and then like he'll bring them. And well, anyway, Comic Pierre. He came to my kiosk on Saturday. And I didn't know who that was. I just started, this is how I literally, my personality makes people laugh. Oh, and so I mentioned something. He's like, hey, how you doing? I said, I'm good. I said, I'm trying to be as cool as you. How you? He's like, why are you trying to be as cool as me? I said, because you're a millionaire. I said that to everybody, though, right? He's like, did you look me up? Because they say I'm worth $8 million. I said, are you really?
Did you look me?
I said, are you really a millionaire? He's like, you don't know who I am? I said, no. Who are you? He's like, Pierre. Shit. And he said, type my name. And I seen Country Wayne on his platform like weeks back, right?
Oh, maybe
he's got like 50K. You're talking about the same person. He's got like 50K subscribers on YouTube, but he was an actual comedian like in the Def Comedy Jam days and everything else like that. But the man, so I asked him, I told him my jokes. I gave him 3 jokes three or four jokes that are known to make people laugh, unless you were just a prude. Right. And so he laughed. He's like, those were good. And I said, let me ask you something. What's a way that I can end up getting on your platform so I can go ahead and get an interview? This is my chance, right? Because I missed a chance when a WWE superstar came to my kiosk and we were just chopping it up. But I was like, man, I could have asked him, how can I interview him? But I slid in his DM and hope he responds back.
What kiosk is this? But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, it was at the airport. So with that being said, and he left me a tip. The Hurricane Gregory Helms, you know who that is?
Yeah, that's Hurricane? Triple H.
No, that's not Triple H.
That's Hunter Hearns.
No, that's she didn't say that.
I said the Hurricane.
Hurricane.
Oh, the Hurricane. He used to wear the oh my god. He used to wear the mask back in the day. I know.
I don't know. His name is Gregory Helms.
I know who you're talking about. I watch wrestling back in the day.
It was just funny that you said
the Hurricane. He wrestled The Rock one time. He used to wear a mask and this big ass H on his chest. I'm thinking of Hunter Hearns Helmsley, which is Triple H. The Hurricane. I remember he was back in the Attitude Era of WWE.
Yeah, I didn't know who he was, even though I used to watch wrestling.
Hurricane WWE.
I used to watch wrestling. I didn't know who he was, but at the same time,
I just said it. I just named it. Yeah, I knew.
Got you.
I knew exactly. I made, because he had a WWE a jacket, and I said WWE, and I said give me 3. I said give me 3 of your favorite wrestlers of all time, and I told him to exclude everybody, the ones that people know, and then he said I can't exclude them because they're all my friends. I was like, no, they're not. He's like, no, I work with them. I'm like, no, you don't. He's like, I really do. And I said, you know what? I think he's telling the truth. I said, really? So he's like, I'm a wrestler. I said, so what's your name? And he said, the Hurricane. And I was like, I've never heard of you. but you know what? But, I think he appreciated that because I treat him like, but he said the craziest.
Right.
fan moment that he's ever experienced. He says people have shown up to his house. Fans have shown up to where he lived. I said, you don't live in a gated community? He's like, no, I don't. I live in a farm far away from the city. Far away from the city.
That's scary.
But yeah, he was back in the attitude. Well, I'm a wrestling nerd. Back in the Attitude Era, he was a real well-known wrestler. He had matches with Stone Cold. He had matches with The Rock. Like he had very known matches. He was like a comic relief. He wasn't a heel. He was like liked by the crowd, but he was like, okay, go wrestle him. Y'all get a few laughs off him, beat him up. But I remember him because I was a fan of his.
Well, what was your interaction like?
He left. Well, no, it was like literally like I was okay. So I told him my joke. I said I used to want to be a WWE diva because I wanted to get in the ring with John Cena, Randy Orton, Batista, and Shawn Michaels. It was gonna be a choo-choo, and he laughed at that. And so
what?
So, that was it. We were talking for like 2 or 3 minutes, and he left me a tip, and then he, went on about his day. He says that he loves the fact that they have to wear a mask. He has to wear a mask because he says people don't recognize him. He says, but when he's like before the mask, you got to, walk around with security. But to me, I said, man, I'm sorry that happens, that you have people show up. But I really, at that point, I should have asked him, told him, hey, I'm an interviewer. What do I do? Should I go and DM? Like, you have a manager? I can go ahead. I should have done that, but I didn't think about that. But I did send him a DM, and I think he runs his page because he done curse a couple people out on his page when they said something negative. So I feel like he runs his page. Right. But let me tell you what happened with Comic Pierre. I asked him, what can I do to get on your platform? He says, it's 3 things you got to do. Either A, you got to be somebody. B, you have to sleep with me. Or C, pay me some money. He was serious when he said that. This is why I said men trigger me. This is what triggers me about men. Then he said to me, well, he's like, look, but slide in my DM. I got a job for you. Like, you can work, behind the scenes and stuff like that. Why, get your coffee? Get your coffee.
Right.
See, here's the thing. They don't you gotta realize.
That's disappointing.
But he's telling the truth. He said he's telling the truth though, that this is what people do. And I was gonna ask him, so what did you do to make it? Well, what did you do? Did you do one of those 3 things? Did you sleep with somebody?
It's probably,
but this is what happens in the industry. He was telling me that this is what happens in the industry. He was letting me know without telling me.
Wow. Listen, bro,
that's crazy.
I'm not fucking nobody. Either I'm gonna make it or I'm not. But that's the thing. These niggas gotta realize, if we make it without doing them 3 things, or at least doing one, maybe paying, but I ain't sleeping with nobody.
What if it's Angela Bassett? I'm gonna go ahead and I'll take that.
I gotta ask my girl.
I'll take that.
Saying, pretty soon we're gonna be the gatekeepers, and you're gonna be looking at that. It's so many people that say, hey, I bumped into you when I was a nobody. Now I'm the shit now. Do you remember me? Kevin Hart. I was just listening to an interview with Kevin Hart, and he was talking to Ray Romano. And he said, I remember bumping into you at the Comedy Cellar in New York. Do you remember? Ray was like, Kevin, like, I was so scared to talk to you, but you shook my hand. You was nice to me. You gotta understand.
Goes a long way.
Kev is at the pinnacle. He is like the top. He's the top comedian right now, regardless if he haven't done anything in a while. He's the top. Ray Romano, everybody loved Raymond, was a good show, but it's like, he still does his act, but it's like where you don't see him in the limelight as much, but he's still making money.
Right.
That's what people don't get.
He's still a draw.
Yeah, he's
just
still
not a big draw.
He has it. He has his fans. He has his core following.
Right. Yeah.
And so
I just to me, it's like when Pierre said that, it just made me realize, like, wow, you really sold out. You don't even care to help somebody who's on their up and coming grind.
Nah, so
that was pretty disgusting.
That's fucked up. Have you done any like open mics or anything like that?
Every Wednesday night until school starts. Every Wednesday night. So on the south side of Atlanta. So I typically that's what I do. I do my little 5 to 7 minute set, and then I go on about my day.
So how do you come up with your bits? Like, because I know that's like the big thing. Like I think most comedian works, like, you might have a set of jokes that you work and then you work on till you perfect it. Like, how do you come up with your material? Now we're gonna
it's situational. Or I'll take, comedy is recycled. So I'll take a meme that I'll see, and then I will sit here and tell a whole story off that meme. Like I'll say, okay, ladies, if you have a very big clit, stop asking for head. Nobody's gonna want to suck that dick no more.
Oh shit! Oh
Like
god!
that. There's some things that just are tragic. Like some of you women's vaginas, it looks like an Arby's roast beef sandwich. Like, and you're still out here trying to put it in people's face. Because I didn't seen a couple, and
I'm
I'm
about
like,
to say I
man,
don't know.
get that out of my face. I'm like, let me go ahead and try to dip my toe into a lady pond, and I realize how annoying as hell these women are, man.
True.
Like they don't want it, and I'm like, shout out to the studs. Stud stands for still titties under that shirt. So I'll say something like that. I mean, I'll ramble on, jump from one thing to the next. So that's
Still
what I'll do.
titties under that shirt. Wait, what?
See, this nigga had to think about this shit. He ain't even catch it till you. He's like, damn, that is a real acronym.
Yeah. So all right. So off of memes and stuff like that. You know what? I always had a question about, because he had an idea one time that we should do stand up. Now, mind you, or open mic. We're not comedians. We are not trained in the arts or at all.
Y'all been kind of like making me giggle, like especially when you said what did the turkey say, and then you said the sound of turkey. I was like, what? Where'd that come from?
That's because he's crazy. That's a difference. He's crazy.
I would love comedians, but I don't have the art. I think you have to have an artist.
No, you have to
just
have
do it, man.
skill.
Once you try to do professional with it, just do it, like Nike. And speaking of Nike, shout, there's some men out here wearing Nike with a dick that just can't do it, and I am.
Oh man, let me turn my Nike hat back.
That is,
turn that shit around.
I mean, but yours must do it when you got the starting lineup for basketball, like
Listen, I got subs and everything. I got injury reserve players the whole nine.
You know what? I've had, my question is this: when it comes to adjusting, because that to me that's a big thing. If you get up there, I forget what comic I've seen on on social media, and the show was just not going his way. Like he couldn't get the crowd. The adjusting in the middle. Have you ever had to do that? Like really just like, all right, let me just go with another. Let me just start busting on the crowd or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Of course. Like, one thing I realized, and I'm gonna bring up a joke. Last week, I'm gonna just give y'all my stand of what I'm gonna say, because I don't know when this episode is gonna play. So by the time it's Tuesday?
It'll be live Sunday, but it'll be everywhere to stream. Spotify.
Okay,
iTunes.
cool. So I was gonna say, well, by the time this episode comes out, like I already done told the joke. So basically, I'm,
Right.
I don't know if we have the person who I came across, who somebody recommended me to. He was taking a break last week. We had a guest host, right? Seemed like when the guest host was there, she didn't control the crowd like she could have. It like typically, where the comedy club where I end up going on. It's one of those hood spots where the food comes out by the time it's time to go. By the time it's time to wrap up, the food comes out. They got one bathroom stall, just one. So somebody takes a dump. Good luck with that, right?
Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
You are working it. Like that is once you get that crowd, you can go anywhere.
Cutting your teeth.
Oh yeah, I got that crowd already. So with that being said, it's like a bigger. It's like maybe can fit up to like 40 people, right?
Okay. Yes.
So I can work that crowd. I have worked that crowd. And so what happened was last week, girl, first off, she wanted me. I had my name written down on a list, but she's like, can you have like a couple people go ahead of you? Because if they don't go ahead of you, the whole crowd is going to leave. And I'm like, huh? What? First, so she said that. Then not only on top of that, the host, well, not the person who owns the building, he, I guess, invited all his friends out, and I guess they didn't have no time to have a conversation once they got off work. So they were just in the section, little VIP section.
Oh wow!
All just talking amongst each other. They just talking through people's set. We had a button. Now, again, you're gonna have some acts that are good and some acts that are bad.
Right.
So this seemed like we had a bad night of acts, like very bad night of acts. Nobody was laughing. We got this woman named Miss Cougar whose ass is fake. I just realized that. I thought it was real because I was hyping it up a couple weeks prior.
Miss Cougar.
And then she hit a split. She hit a split 2 weeks ago, but now she ain't hit the split no more. Like I said,
all right,
he tore stitches.
Yeah.
Ash was like, yeah, it's not staying there no more.
Cause I
Leave
told
Miss
I
Cougar
told
alone.
I told Miss Cougar, I said, man, I said your ass is so fat, you should rub your butt across my face like Rikishi.
Joe,
Rikishi.
You remember Rikishi?
I do.
Yeah.
I
Yo,
do.
man, get Miss Cougar some duct tape.
Yep.
Get that ass cheek up there right there and slap
And
that
she
over
tried
the
she
neck.
tried comedy, but it was an epic fail. So she's a singer. Anyway, back
Okay.
to she's trying to be a fake ass Jamie Foxx. Back to to the story.
Yeah.
Oh, that was horrible. Back to the story. So what ended up happening was like I said, it just seemed like when our typical host is there, everything is what's supposed to be. I'm typically the one to go first. He allows me to go first, you know. And you know, if I don't go first, then he has my name written down on the list and he goes in order. And when he's there, the senior citizen crew, they ain't talking. So I'm gonna roast on all of them when I see them on Wednesday. And then, but I
Okay.
talked about the girl, the host. I said she's got I said I don't understand. I said shout out to the host. I'm about to give the mic back to her, but shout out to the host. How you have understand how your thighs are very thick, but you have no ass. Like your whole back, you got a long ass back. Everybody was
Got a
going
long ass
off.
back.
Like you can use it for a cutting board. Shout, you don't even need to go to
shit.
Walmart. You done saved your money. And she looked like. She's like, DJ, play the music. Play it. And then she roasted me. She said that I look like Arthur and DW.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And then she talked about she talked about my toes. She said I got long ass toes.
Do you got long toes?
Hold on.
No. If you
They're normal.
nah, they normal. But if you was wearing open toe shoes, it don't matter.
I was wearing open toe shoes.
And it hit anyway. The joke hit. Because they just gonna look down at your feet. It don't matter.
But and I got my feet done that day. It's royal blue. It looks like it's like the color. That blue on my side, the side. It's the same color. It's pretty.
You told her ass she got a long back. You should have never told her that shit.
People, I'm telling people, she was like, DJ. And I was like, yeah, that's what you get for sitting here and trying to get people to go after me. Like, bro. And I'm telling what ended up happening was as soon as like the bad crowd had left, like the bad people came up there, comedians left, the whole room was just empty. Right? I think it was one of those things where they say, hey man, I'm doing some comedy tonight, come check me out, I'm funny, you know I'm funny, my boy, come check me out. So then they were like, bro, at least he had his chance, we checked him out.
Right.
Damn.
Yep, we showed up.
Yeah,
we all know people like that. We showed up.
Yeah, we don't. We did a show like we did a show one time. We had a whole crowd like that.
It was all family.
Live show. It was all our family.
It was family.
But we did but the people that was there liked it and shit. Like I think we can do it.
We kept the crowd. We will do it again, man. We will do it again.
Yeah, like I said. So is that the only room you work? Do you have any more other rooms?
That's it. Unless somebody wants to pay me to go travel across town.
So how many clubs? Well, you in Atlanta, so how many clubs do you have like in your area, or not a lot?
There's clubs around the areas. Probably, I feel like it's not a lot. I think you can just travel from one, like every 5 miles, it's a new club and stuff like that. I just haven't looked too much into it.
I just feel like there's so many opportunities down in Atlanta right now. That's like basically it's Black Hollywood. It's Hollywood, period.
But the thing, far as comedy go, is usually
I think they go hand in hand.
Nah, it's New York. Nah, the real hot spots of comedy is usually
New York or LA.
New York or LA. But when you hear comedians talk about the room different, and they said in LA is like it's a bunch of people trying to get made or get known. Where in New York is just people are just like you say, you do a room of 40 people, that's intimate. They hold a room of 40, hold a room with attention of 40 people. It's hard.
Yeah, if you could do it with 40 people, you could do it with.
You can do it with
50,000.
You can do it with 50,000
or whatever the big arenas hold.
Because these people are coming out not, when people come out 50,000 deep, I think people come out to see their comic.
Yeah,
they follow their crowd, so they're gonna laugh whether you're sharp.
I'm ready to laugh.
Yeah, whether your shit sharp or not. You going into a club with 40 people is like
you have to earn it.
Yo, make me laugh.
You have to earn it. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you making crowds laugh at that level, you can
And it start early though.
Yeah, it's early. Yeah, that's the hard thing.
It start early. If
that's-
you lose them early,
I wish, and that's the thing, man. Be like, that's why I think I make this, have this, I say the same thing where I'm like, I can't keep understanding how you adults be having, be awake at this time. Did y'all take a nap earlier in the day or something like that? Like, I'm tired. Like, I'm the youngest person in this room, and it's like
struggling now.
like
struggling.
like my bedtime is between 10 and 12 typically. Okay, so I'm trying to understand how is it that you are able to show up and show out. It's like it's 11 o'clock at night right now. I'm tired.
Because
That'll hit them.
That's because they looking for that. Like, you gotta understand.
Can we start an earlier shift, please?
Well,
they're not drunk yet.
When you got a life and it's like fucked up, and you like, you know what? I need to go somewhere, a comedy club. Like, I want to go laugh real quick. You go give these people those clubs why it's so intimate, because I think the people in the crowd give the comedians a chance to say, all right, yo, like, make me laugh. Like, I had a fucked up day. I came here to get away from the world. I'm going to give you a chance to work this shit out. Make me laugh.
I think they want you to be, they want you to do well, but if you lose the room early, it's hard. It's almost impossible to get them back.
Because you hear comedians talk, they say every comedian, popular comedians, they say they work them type of crowds. They work they bits. They go in there, they sharpen it up. They got something that made everybody laugh. You might get a different 40 people next week. So what you do is, all right, that joke made them laugh. Let me tighten it up a little bit more.
Yeah.
Let me do the story. Let me get to the punchline better. Let me say it. Let the joke breathe a little bit until you get to a point where it's like, boom. You know what I'm saying? It's perfect. And then you
Sharpen it right up.
Then you go to a bigger crowd. Then that's when you start experimenting with other places and bigger crowds. It's like, all right, cool. I sharpen that shit up. I got 10 jokes that I know I can go to that'll fuck this crowd up.
Right. With a closer.
But I'm going to work my other material in there. I start feeling like I'm losing a crowd. I'm going to go tap into one of them things and just ride the crowd out.
Yeah.
I've been watching a lot. I've been listening. I listen.
You should definitely do an open mic.
I'm not doing open mic, but I like listening to comedians talk, because you have to have your mind has to be
sharp.
Nah, not even that. You have to have a fucked up mind to be a comedian. Not fucked up is fucked up bad, but you.
Yeah, like a lot of comedians were depressed.
Yeah, you have to look that, and you got to look at situations where most people like, yo, that's not funny, but to you see a joke in that whole thing.
I definitely see jokes and shit that ain't funny.
Like, it's like you should not be laughing at that, but at that moment in time, my brain is like, I can't go nowhere but there with it.
It's an art. Yeah, it really is an art.
Yeah, I don't have it. I have it, but I don't.
Any excuse not to do a fucking.
I'm not gonna do it with Mike. I'm not gonna bet. I don't have the balls. You have the heart to do it. I don't know how you do.
I mean, it's cool, man. I just get out there and get my name out there. That's the only thing about that.
So what's the future hold for you? Like, where do you want to take that part? I know you got the child psychology thing going. You're in school, so you're going to be fine. But as far as comedy, where would you like to take it?
I'm already on television show, so that's why I started my podcast called the Kyndra Crump Show. But yeah, definitely my own radio and television show.
Okay. So the thing is, I can't stop myself from thinking, when you come out with your show, and notice I said when, not if. When you come out with your show, the weirdos from Jersey, just bring us on. It's okay. Just bring us on.
I mean, like I said, y'all can definitely come on my pod. Like I said, whenever, once we wrap this up, y'all can come on my podcast at any time. It does not matter. Once I get y'all scheduled in.
I would like that.
I would definitely.
We're going to make that.
We're going to do it because, like, we are at a crossroad. Like, we are hitting the numbers we want to hit, but it's like
you can give us the weird questions that we get give you. Yeah, I think we can definitely gonna make that happen.
We're gonna wrap this up. We've been
Yeah.
we done took up more than your hour time.
Yeah, I
Shit,
know.
You had fun with us.
We made you laugh. We made you cry.
You've been here for 2 hours.
Oh my gosh, 2 hours. Okay. All right, man. It's gonna take us out.
Yeah, I'm gonna take us out like we always do. You're supposed to say it, Dre. We didn't even get into who we are.
We did. Yeah, we did not introduce ourselves. We did. We just got straight into it with the stories. I feel like that's gonna make for a great episode. But where can people find you?
My Instagram is the Kyndra Crump Show. So D is in the KYN as in Nancy DRA, CRUM as a Mary Peas and Paul Show SHOW. My YouTube is Kyndra Crump KYNDRA space CRUMP. That's it. And my podcast the same name, the Kyndra Crump Show.
I'm gonna hate on you real quick because I never thought because we have people listening to spell our freaking name when we like phonetically so people can understand where to find us. Yeah, I'm hating on that.
Retarded.
Yeah. So
I always say it's to people who are mentally handicapped. There's a difference between retarded and handicapped.
Oh shit.
When I say somebody's retarded, it's not to degrade you. Retarded people are people who have the sense to functionalize and do the right thing, but they're just retarded. Mentally handicapped means you're.
So I want to thank you for joining us, Miss Kyndra Crump.
Oh shit! I got a cramp. I got a Charlie.
All right, buddy. Okay.
Oh, I'm Kevin Durant,
and I'm Big Dre, and we are the Opinionated Podcast. Now, South Jersey's #1 podcast. There we go.
South Jersey #1 podcast. We out. Peace.
And thank you very much for joining us.
All right.